Let me get the link to post in chat. Oh, I gotta remember how to do that again. It's every daggone time, dude.
That's okay. All right, and I've got the chat pulled up.
Okay, give me a second.
And of course, the number 1673, the After Party Savinelli, which I also smoked during the podcast. So maybe I need to just stick with the name number 1.
There you go. Let me pin this message, and then I'll be back to... All right, that is pinned. Boom. We should be live. Sweetheart, if you could listen in, make sure you hear me. You can? Okay. She's checking, make sure she can hear us. If anybody's just jumping in here, give me some feedback. Let me know you can hear me. It looks like we are live, and everything should be good.
Yeah, I'm good. I can hear you.
Thank you, dear.
Welcome.
Let's see here. Oh no, we got Mama Pipe Hunter upstairs with Baby Pipe Hunter, and Baby Pipe Hunter's not happy.
Uh-oh.
They'll be fine.
Rorge.
Yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good. And so I've got 2 drinks tonight. I'm addicted.
I've been drinking Diet Coke of all things.
So I had
Yes. What's going on, brother?
I haven't talked a lot about it, but I am an aspartame addict, and I stopped for a long time, and then I got back on it. And look, people talk about like nicotine being addictive. I'm more hooked on aspartame than I've ever been nicotine.
Okay.
Cheers. Gotta have it.
That's funny. It's aspartame, ain't it?
It is.
I don't know. It's good, whatever it is.
Diet Dr. Pepper. I've been drinking Diet Coke of all things. I've never ever drank. I gave sodas up years ago, and I've never really drank diet sodas. Angela always has. I've drank a Diet Pepsi once in a blue moon because we have them on hand, and they're cold and they're wet, right?
Yep.
But I've been buying a little bit of Diet Coke for me to drink, and it is what it is. Oh, Caleb, thank you, sir, from Louisiana. It's very good to see you in chat tonight. Mike says, Mike, that MKE always makes me want to say Mike. Chris says, I could easily quit soda. A pipe is a different story.
Started off hooked on Diet Coke, drink it all day long. I gave it up when I started losing weight. And the weight thing wasn't just to lose weight, it was to live a healthier lifestyle. So I quit the diet soda. You know what I mean? And I went a long time without diet soda, well over a year. And then my wife started getting Dr. Pepper Zero, and I love Dr. Pepper. So it started off, I'd only get diet soda if we were like at a restaurant. Then maybe if she was having one at home, I'd have one. And because she was on Dr. Pepper Zero, now I'm on Diet Dr. Pepper. So I'm back on the full blown diet soda addiction.
How many are you drinking a day?
Usually about 2 of, not much, about 15 ounces, but I have to have it. Now this is going to be peculiar, but it has to be the mini cans, and the reason is, okay, not because of portion control. It tastes better out of a mini can. The soda is more carbonated, and the smaller cans taste way better than the bigger full-size cans.
Well, I'm not going to judge you.
Has to be the can.
All right, guys, everybody in the chat, we just got done recording the newest episode of Brothers of the Pipe podcast. Chris did send me the links this week. I want everyone to know to get the podcast on Podcast Addict and Amazon Podcast. I have just been slacking. I have been a busy boy. But this evening on the podcast, we smoked GLP's Barbary Coast. So it was an excellent blend. I'm still smoking it. Hunter is as well. Dr. Bob's Nightmares in the chat. Root beer floats. Screw the diet. He says, Life is too short. Give him the full flavor.
Look, I don't drink the diet stuff because of my health. I drink it because something about I have to have it. It could have like 200 calories in it, 50 grams of sugar, like a regular soda. I'd still drink it.
This is an odd take, but hey, maybe the fact that I'm just getting started on it, maybe I should dial it back before I end up where you're at.
Have you seen that the nickname for specifically Diet Coke is fridge cigarettes? Fridge
Mhm. I haven't seen that, no.
Ziggy, the Diet Coke.
A what, Ziggy?
Fridge Siggy.
A fridge Ziggy. No, I've never heard that.
Yeah. That's a thing.
Well, so I gave up soda a very long time ago, but at work I still caught myself drinking energy drinks, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, what was it, sweetheart? Over a year ago, I quit drinking the sugared ones and started getting the sugar-free energy drinks. How long's that been? Well over a year, ain't it?
Yes, year and a half.
Year and a half, maybe. I haven't really had any sugar. I have very little sugar in my diet, and I started drinking one energy, sugar-free energy drink.
We got 209 Piper in the chat. What's up, Doc?
Johnny, Walt, two people that unsubscribed to me today, I believe. But yeah, I now I've added a Diet Coke to the mix while I'm at work.
I'm very low on sugar intake too. Essentially, for my diet to lose the weight, basically I did a modified keto mixed with carnivore, kind of the two.
I haven't seen him yet, Johnny. The stipulation was the next time you see him.
Can't tell this. That's what it is.
I haven't been within proximity. Hey, Hunter's bigger than me. He's taller than me. He could beat me up.
Ain't lost a fist fight yet. Comes time to fight. Where's Hunter at? He gone, man. He ran. Nah. Ooh, Dr. Bob's Nightmare says he put a pinch of pirate cake in his Black Irish Twist or Black Irish X. It was good. Black Pirate Twist.
Okay, that's certainly interesting. Certainly interesting. Caleb says he's got some LJ Cuban mixture. My palate is not very refined. Caleb, I just recently got some of that gifted to me, and I think it's a fantastic blend.
It's simple.
It is simple, but man, I think it's just a really great blend. Mr. Lukester is in the chat. What's up, fellers? Sup, fellers? But he's the little brother. Yeah, Hunter is my younger brother, and I'm not a very big guy, but I'm like a chimpanzee. I've never really backed down from a lot of physical confrontations. I'm a man that chooses peace, but if there's a time and a place, and sometimes it's fun to get a little scrap on, so. Okay,
now what I want to know, since we have everyone in the chat that we need for this part of the conversation.
Yeah, let's do this.
What was I supposed to tell you? That I made a deal?
Yeah, I guess. Apparently, you were supposed to inform me that you made a deal, and it was binding for me.
Nobody told me. You weren't there. You were asleep because you're an old man.
I was sound asleep. You said it was 11 something. I bet you I was asleep at 9:30 last night.
We were on till like 1:15 or so Eastern time.
Not me, man. I put my 10 hours in at the sawmill, and I was one tired puppy.
I just want to know where I went wrong with this. Like, how am I the masshole? He's the one that ended up with it. I don't.
Yeah, I might smoke some here in a little bit. I'm not going to tell you all about it if you don't want to hear, but it is good. I can say that.
Dakota will attest. I was a man of my word. He said, come on down and get some. You know what I mean? I know you got some on the way, but go ahead and come down and get some. I said, no.
I did. I offered Hunter to give him some today. Walt says I choose peace, but I'm never 5 foot from throwing stars. Ninja stars.
Ninja.
Oh, man. Guys, listen. True story. Hunter, I don't know how many physical altercations he's been in his life, but Hunter is a chill guy. He is. Me, on the other hand, I've had boxer fractures in my bones in my hand so many times that my knuckles are deformed, you know? Oh, Lord.
Beat up by an NFL player one time.
Yeah, you got beat up?
No, I wouldn't be here today. I said I was almost beat up by an NFL.
Hey,
5 other guys.
yeah, you told us about the League of the Keepers of the Briar. How are you doing? Oh, man. I mean, I have an aggressive personality. I would like to tell you every time I broke my hand, it was on someone's head, but it was probably only about half of the times. The other half of the time, it was inanimate objects.
We both put several holes in Mom's house growing up, just straight through the drywall.
I don't know if I ever did that.
Oh yeah, I put a giant hole in the bathroom door downstairs. I
I don't
remember.
know if I ever did that at Mom's house. Now, like my first apartments, yeah, probably. Oh, one of the worst ones I ever did was actually a freezer door. On the top of the roof. Yes, it was a Thanksgiving. Oh man, I can't tell the story here, but
No kidding. You have to tell me this another time.
I broke my hand so bad I could not wipe my butt with that hand for a month, probably.
That's no good.
It was no good. I will have to tell the story some other time.
Okay. Jeez. So 209 Piper says that his dad bought them boxing gloves in the first grade, and he boxed till the end of his Navy days. It's
Hey
bad.
man, I got a 100-pound heavy bag hanging in the living room, and me and all of the kids own boxing gloves. I'm all about it.
We had a bag hanging in the basement for a while, didn't we?
Yep. I had a hanging heavy bag there. That was also a 100-pound heavy bag. I've always tried to keep a heavy bag and some gloves at a minimum.
You get some frustration out, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a good workout. I've never competed in boxing, but I've been to boxing gyms and trained with some actual boxers. A lot of fun. Now, it's not what I fell in love with. Boxing's good, but I really liked Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I really liked MMA, obviously, Muay Thai, a couple other things. Carrie is in the chat. So Dr. Bob's Nightmare says the plum pudding is back in stock. Good to know.
Well, I have it over here somewhere. I don't want to waste too much time looking for it, but I have a jiu-jitsu book that you gave me back in the day.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, let me find it. Keep them occupied for a second. This will be worth the time. I know it's here.
Oh, so guys, when I was a kid, there was no internet, but I'd go to the library and get any books I could get on martial arts or hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that, military book stuff. I have no idea what he's about to pull out. It's probably something lame. It's probably not like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or legitimate Jiu-Jitsu. It's probably like Japanese Jiu-Jitsu or something.
Judo.
Oh, Judo. Yeah, I like Judo.
Okay.
I like Judo. Oh, I remember that. That's a legit book there, buddy.
Yeah. Has all of the, what to do in it. But that is, you gave me that years ago. I mean, I was like, maybe not even double digits yet.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Judo. Judo takedowns are just phenomenal. Second to none.
Anyway, sorry about that, but I wanted to grab that. I thought you would find that interesting.
That's cool to see. I haven't seen that book in who knows how long, right?
We got Carrie in the chat. What's going on, Carrie? Let me see. Someone said plum pudding is back in stock. I am very happy to see that. The League of the Keepers of the Briar is currently smoking Seattle Pipe Club made by Sutliff 22 plum pudding.
Sounds good. Terry Davey is in the chat. Terry was just telling me today about the slices that LJ Peretti puts out, the number 8 slices from LJ Peretti, and he said they are addictive. He says you won't be able to put them down.
see.
Brad Piper, 1972. Yeah, I got a story about that. My first time going to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I had some boys I was going to church with that was going, and I was super excited about martial arts, and there was nothing else available. But I did not want to put on pajamas and wrestle a bunch of other boys. You know what I mean? It just did not seem appealing to me, and I didn't want to go because I'm a tough guy, right? But I ended up going. I was probably about 13 years old, and we got to rolling and stuff, and the instructor there threw like a 9 or 10-year-old little girl on me, and she choked me out, and I wouldn't tap, and I was out cold from like a 10-year-old little girl, and right then and there, I was like, well, there's something to it, you know. So I got a great story about that.
Mm. Mm.
Shotokan. I like Shotokan karate. I have a little bit of familiarity with Shotokan. There were some local guys that got pretty big into it. They were doing really cool like nature runs and stuff with that. It was a lot of fun.
I always wanted to take some kind of mixed martial arts, but I never had the time and opportunity to do it. But it's a one of these days kind of thing. I think I just like to take up boxing, something simple, you know. Um, I think any of it would be great, better than none, you know.
Boxing is great.
Our let me see, the old police chief in town, Pat.
Bicey.
Yeah, we all,
We could name drop him. I don't care.
Yeah, separately, but we both used to work out with him a lot. When I worked out with him, he would always bring his son Patrick along.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And Patrick is a legitimate black belt in karate.
He's a hell of an athlete, just all around. Great guy.
Used to work out with him. I think multiple black belts in karate at this point. You know what I mean? But anyhow, I went to one of his karate events. I guess me and Jill did, my wife, and we watched, and it was really awesome.
The league says that Jean-Claude Van Damme did Shotokan. I'm pretty sure that Jean-Claude Van Damme had a background in aerobatics or something. Like he was a gymnast. I don't think he had a martial arts background, did he, before he got into movies? I'm not sure. I heard that somewhere. Johnny says he's 6'1" and a 5'3" dude with hands so fast, but by the time he was trying to block the first punch, he was knocking me out with his third one. Yeah, man. Like I said, I got knocked out by a little girl one time. So, but there in a couple of years after I finally, got with the program, a couple of years later, I was probably 16, and we were going to a local college's gym where they had wrestling mats, and that college's football team would go in there and lift, and they had wrestling backgrounds and stuff, and the huge guys. I was a little scrawny dude. These guys were huge, right? And we would roll, and these guys, as far as maneuvering and stuff, just from the wrestling background, the sheer strength, they could maneuver all over me, but they couldn't submit me. And it was always just a matter of time till I got one of these giant guys in a submission and made him tap or pass out. And it was like probably not good for my ego, but the level of effectiveness, if you have no defense against submissions, is insane. Just a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu kind of goes a long ways. I will look it up, man. I heard his background was like in gymnastics or something, but I will certainly look that up. That's awesome.
I used to watch a bunch of Jackie Chan movies. Does that count for anything?
I love Jackie Chan. Who doesn't love Jackie Chan, though?
But look, I like the really cheesy B movie, fighting movies, like the really cheesy ones, the ones that you used to watch. You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah. I grew up watching kung fu movies, with the horrible voiceovers. I still like them once in a while. Brad Piper said, did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for over 15 years, seen a lot of tough guys get humbled. Yeah, man, it's a real thing. I was real jaded when I got into it. I was at that age where, I watched the early UFC fights, and I started to realize that, most martial arts is just performance art. It's not effective defense, and everybody defends their martial art. It doesn't work in a sports environment because they would kill someone. Oh, okay, yeah, we've heard it, but I was getting jaded about like Eastern martial arts in general because as a kid I just was in love with the idea. And Brazilian Jiu Jitsu came to me at the right time in my life, and it was effective, and no one knew about it. We here in West Virginia, actually, in the early 2000s, 2002, 2003, when I started getting into Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, it was still illegal in the state to compete. The the uh, the sports, what do you call it, coordinator for the state was an old school boxing guy, and because MMA was killing boxing, they would not allow blood chokeholds. It was deemed dangerous. So we were doing like underground Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and having tournaments underground, completely illegal. It was the coolest thing for a kid to do. I was involved with some really talented people. It was awesome.
So I've sparked a interest in the community here with my limited knowledge of all things martial arts related. But 209 says he loves wire fu movies from the 80s. And then Carrie says Return of the Master Killer is one of her favorite Kung Fu B movies. And
That's
I think that's
one.
the Kung Fu B movies. Like, the cheesier, the better. I love
it. Terry said he screwed up his life because I still have not found my blend. And then my baby, this is it. Sorry, I've got a potty mouth. I'll be better. Hey, man, you be yourself. That's one of the things I like about you, Terry, is you are certainly yourself, and I, for one, can appreciate that.
Something I wanted to show to Chris real quick. I think he's still here, talking about nicotine pouches. And the last update was I had switched back to Zen because the Velo Plus were kind of bogging me down, making me feel very tired and just not a good feeling, drained my energy. And I knew it was the nicotine pouches. And I don't feel like it was the nicotine itself. I could handle nicotine very well. Just something about those pouches, it just didn't agree with me. Still not a big Zen fan, but I think I have found my new nicotine pouch. I've been meaning to give these a try.
Alp?
It is Alp.
And I've been wanting to try them.
They're actually really good. The only negative, they don't fit as comfortably in lip than I like. But where I'm an ex-dipper, I'm used to actually being able to feel the dip in the mouth. So that's not a big deal to me.
Okay, so there's something I don't know, and Tucker Carlson had his brother on a recent podcast. I listened to the interview, and they were talking about placement of the nicotine pouches, okay?
Okay.
And, dude, I don't even know. They were dogging Zen so hard, I couldn't even get the information from it that they were trying to convey. But apparently, Zen is supposed to be boofed. So the Zen is supposed to be used as a suppository, according to them. That's what they feel about it.
That's what they would say. That sounds right.
And the Alp maybe should be put in the bottom lip, according to what they were saying. I'm not sure.
Whenever in the past I've put nicotine pouches in the bottom lip, I salivate too much. That's another reason I'm not a clincher. And it wouldn't be good for me. I like the upper deck because moisture stays away from it. But like the Zen, the big issue I had with them was they would get what I call gummy too quick for me. Too much saliva gets to them. It activates the flavor too quickly, becomes too overpowering. The Alps do not get gummy. I can keep them in as long as I want. They don't seem to get gummy. The flavor doesn't become too powerful, and I never get that bogged down feeling. So these are really great. I wish they had the throwaway slot. I like that because in meetings and things, which I'm occasionally in, I like to throw those away. Church, I use nicotine pouches. I like to have an easy way to throw them away. But these have just slight moisture to them, where the Zens are super dry. These have like medium moisture. I think Rogue has more moisture than this, but like the Zens are super. I don't know. You can pinch these and they keep forming really well. I don't know how to explain that, but they feel fantastic, velvety feeling to them. I think a much better product. I love the feel of these a lot better.
We got Mr. Smoky Stash in the chat. Hey, Cameron, I got something here, buddy. I think you would like. I have the Watch City Mass Hole, and I haven't talked to you. I don't know if you got a chance to order it, but I think it would be up your alley. I do think you would like it. Rye Bread Piper says, "Love me some Kodiak. I used to dip myself." Rye Bread Piper asked earlier, "What rank did I achieve?" So we actually had to go out of state to get actual rankings and belts, and it was like really weird and difficult at that time period. And I did it for several years, but my interest started branching out into Muay Thai and boxing and other stuff. But I could legitimately say I would have been a serious blue belt, and I wouldn't claim anything above that, but legitimate, no doubt about it, a decent blue belt. And okay, Cameron did order some, so that's great.
Chris says with the Alps, watch the video of Tucker Carlson trying the different pouches and rips them. I have seen that. Very funny. Let me see. Rogue Mango is my daily now. So Cameron likes the Rogue Mango. I've tried that one. I enjoy it. Johnny says,
Terry Davies says, "Effing love you, my brother. I'm really glad I found your channel because I don't think you're quite right in the head, and I admire that in a person." Well, hey, man, you came to the right place. There's no doubt about it. We're all mad here.
Dr. Bob's Nightmare says he knew a guy that shredded a nicotine pouch and stuck it in between his cheek and gum. Talk about a nick hit. So what I used to do is whenever I'd get a tin of any nicotine pouches, I would take one, bust it open, dust the powder in, and shake it up so the outside would have a little bit of the powder on it to give it a little extra kick.
Oh, yeah, I don't like the powder out of those in my mouth. It feels weird.
Yeah, I don't like when it's in there and I'm not the one that does it. Like On always has the powder on the inside, but if I'm the one that busted open myself intentionally, I'm okay with it.
Chris says he was hooked on the Rogue Green Apple. I think I had the citrus or something from Rogue, and I liked it.
I had a buddy who was hooked on the Wintergreen. That was the first actual moist nicotine pouch I'd ever tried. Enjoyed it, and I've used the Mango, but that's the only two from Rogue that I remember.
Oh no, he said not a pouch, a stop smoking patch.
Oh, a patch.
Oh, good Lord.
My fault. That changes.
Lord have mercy.
Woo. I don't know about that one.
I don't know if that's how that works, man.
I mean, it would, but I feel like I don't know. To each their own, man. To each their own.
Well, the compound is dermally absorbed. So when you put something that's meant to go through the actual regular skin up against a mucous membrane that's way more sensitive with absorption. Lukester. That's my favorite clip ever, man. Now, I'll take a toot. But I do not freebase cocaine.
I will not freebase cocaine.
I'll take a little toot.
Now, I smoke a little reefer here and there, but I will not freebase cocaine. I have a drink. No, I have a drink. I love that dude. Oh my gosh. But I will not freebase Nick pouches.
That's a good one, man.
I have some Evan Williams. I about spit it out onto the monitor screen.
I didn't know so many people had seen that besides me. That's great.
That was gold.
I think I've even showed my wife that, ain't I, sweetie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Let me tell my wife what Lukester says. He says, "I'd take a toot, but I will not freebase Nick pouches."
Cameron says he hasn't had them in years, but he used to really enjoy the Camel snooze pouches. The frost and the mellow flavors were his jam. I liked the mellow back in like 2020.
When they first came out, actually, way before that, I bought them several times, and they were great.
I like I don't think they had the nicotine content I needed, but definitely like the flavor of the mellow.
Hey, Johnny, you're supposed to take the pouches out before you go to sleep, buddy.
I've done that too.
Johnny says nicotine pouches gave me wicked nightmares. That's interesting.
I have fallen asleep.
Were they Dr. Bob's nightmares?
Probably. Dr. Bob hates anyone that uses nicotine from the sound of it. The actual Dr. Bob, not Dr. Bob's nightmare.
Yes. Haven't met Dr. Bob, but his nightmare is a cool cat.
I like his nightmare, man. I can hang out with this nightmare.
So Rye Bread Piper actually has one of my favorites, Burley Flake #1. It's a little rough, a little stout. I really enjoy it. That's a fantastic one.
Fuck this nicotine pouches. Well, I'm not too dyslexic, but from the distance, I'm blind. So patches and pouches, I really got to look to see the difference there.
Hey, thanks for stopping by, Cameron, man. Don't be a stranger, buddy.
Always good talking to you, brother.
Always good. Yeah, Carrie, I think he's talking about the nicotine patches you put on the skin. And those are strong. Those are strong. I tried the Nicorette gum one time to stop smoking cigarettes. And, oh, man, it would give me horrible heartburn and hiccups. And this has got to be the worst way to go.
I've never tried the pouches before. The new thing is nicotine icebreakers, I guess. You pop one and they dissolve in your mouth.
I haven't seen these.
The brand Lucy has them.
Okay.
Ooh, Walt smoking
Yeah.
Flake. Great.
A good Greg blend.
The Oriental and Ellipsis Flake really pops in that blend. I thought it was fantastic.
Hey, Walt, I was going to ask you about something. He had a Wessex Burley Broad something from a couple years ago on Instagram.
Wessex, yeah, I saw that. The Burley Broad Cut, was that it?
Yeah. I'm guessing that's not available anymore, but that looked really good. That looked tasty.
I've just about stopped Googling all the blends the Walt smokes because it kind of irritates me because he's getting stuff and I've never even heard of it half the time.
Yeah, he's certainly a well-smoked man. He's had a lot of good stuff.
I see Chris also enjoys the Ellipsis Flake.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a wonderful blend.
Really good.
I should give me some more.
I have to say it was plugged or something. I'm curious to see your thoughts on GLP's was it Navigator? No, what's the one that you mentioned? I think it's the one that Sipping Pipe sent.
Windjammer,
that's it. I enjoyed it too. Leaf and Briar is in the house. How's it going?
Enjoying the live tonight from a hot tub with a cob full of Palm Holiday with a 2-finger glass of Weller Special Reserve on the rocks. I love Weller. Cannot remember what my dad was taking to try to quit chew, and it gave him odd dreams. What's it called? Chantix, possibly there, Carrie.
Gives awful nightmares.
Aspiring Codger, welcome to the chat. He says, "What's going on, gentlemen? Finally got a Saturday off work, enjoying some Hallow the Wind in his Viking pipe. Of course, that's Hallow the Wind from Rat Race. Beautiful blend.
Very nice. Aspiring Codger, nice to see you in chat tonight. Appreciate you stopping by.
Always appreciate it.
Yeah, Leaf and Briar in a hot tub right now. And, my goodness, spending it with us.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to listening to the after party.
He's really after partying. He's partying it up. I hear you, buddy. Aspiring Codger, I am smoking some Watch City Cigar, Mass Hole Burley Flake in the 7LE311KS St. Nick edition. And guys, I got an update on this. I can talk about it more freely here on my YouTube channel than I did on the podcast if anyone's interested. Everyone probably knows that the bowl coating was off in this pipe, and I documented all of that. And I did hear back from Savinelli this past week. Smoking Pipes got a hold of me. Savinelli got a hold of them and asked them to get a hold of me. They gave my wife a full refund on this pipe. And Savinelli is claiming that the problem has been fixed. We'll wait and see if that's true or not. I got mixed feelings about it. Obviously, I'm happy that my wife got refunded. Doesn't mean everyone out there is going to get refunded. No, I'm sure. Is the problem actually fixed? We will find out. But they made it right for me and told me that the problem has been fixed. If it has been, legitimately, because I do love Savinelli pipes, I will buy me a brand new factory Savinelli just to through smoking pipes to show that there's no hard feelings. I was just documenting my poor experience with the pipe and the retailer, and that was all.
And I've got GLP's Barbary Coast in the number 1673.
Beautiful.
And Dr. Bob's Nightmare is correcting my grammar. It's Irish for road. So I believe I've said it wrong. I don't know how to say it.
Rye Bread Piper is pouring some Weller 107. Oh, man, you guys are killing me with the weeders, man. I need some Weller. My goodness. You know what I'd like to have is some of that Old Forester Prohibition Series 19. Was it the 1920 or the 1915 I love so much?
I think 1915.
I can look on my IG. Really, really good.
1910, 1920, 1924. Take your pick.
Well, I've had them all. That one's the one I like so much. I'm going to look it up. I'll be able to tell you shortly.
Chris says that he just removed the bowl coating out of another new Savinelli today. It's become standard practice before smoking one for him. The 1920.
Yeah, that's with Tom Pepin.
Any bad luck with the bowl coating? In my experience, it's been good. I like the bowl coating. That being said, I haven't bought a brand new Savinelli in over a year. I've purchased several estate Savinellis in the past year, but not a brand new one. So my luck's been good. I'm not saying everyone's going to have that, but
I bought several estate Savinellis and a couple new Rossies this year, in addition to this Savinelli my wife purchased me. Lukester, you are correct. The 1920, it is chef's kiss. It is wonderful.
But there is a lot of people that I know, especially on the forums, that never liked the bowl coating of Savinellis to begin with, and they would always sand that out and remove the bowl coating, which is fine if you want to do that, absolutely.
Carrie's comment just disappeared.
Something about Cascadia.
Yeah, she asked if the Cascadia blends are any good. The Cascadia Vertical Limit is a plug, and it is extremely stout. It's a very, very rich, dark, natural tobacco, but it's very strong. Kind of not. I don't know. It's kind of a rough blend, but it's very flavorful, and even the flavor is strong. It's not like super well refined. I love it. It's a punch in the face. It's good and stout, earthy flavors. I recommend trying it. But like no going into it, very strong tobaccos, very strong flavors, and just kind of rough.
And I will say the Cascadia blends, they are true plugs. Not like a very compressed cake. It is real plug.
Yeah. Like sharp knife, shave it off.
Do Rossi's use the same bowl coating as Savinelli's? I haven't bought a new Rossi in like 6 years, but I believe they do.
I've got an 8320, an 8801, and an 8673 this last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rossi's. And they all had a bowl coating, whereas my new Savinelli had like a bowl coating that had texture and thickness to it. The Rossi's was just like a flat, extremely thin black coating. I don't think it was the same coating, but they might not have been made. You know, those Rossi's could have been made previously. And I had no off-put flavors from the Rossi's I purchased new this year, and coincidentally only from the new Savinelli. So I'm not sure exactly where that all stands, but that was my experience. I've also got several state Savinellis this year, and they
The
were
way that you explained the Rossies is how my experience with Savinelli has been. I haven't, again, it's been a while since I've bought a new one, but I haven't seen the bowl coating on a Savinelli so thick to the degree that your 311 St. Nicholas edition was. So to me, it sounds like not only were they trying to coat the bowl, they were trying to put like cake in there at that point. Not even pre-coated, but pre-caked.
yeah. I don't even know. The Rossies had a thin, flat, hard, like bowl coat layer that just like a carbon layer.
And
And
all
then the Savinelli had like a textured, thick, softer. I don't know how to explain it. Bowl coating. And guys, the person in chat here that will be able to give me feedback probably first on the new Savinelli if it gets fixed is Chris. Chris has been buying a lot of pipes. The problem is we do not know. Like, let's say they did fix it last week. Whenever they talked to me, how long are the ones in stock? How long will it take for those to get used up before this new production Savinelli will be available for purchase? And we have no way of answering that. So
yeah,
I'm not a bowl coating fan in general either. I like raw briar. I have no issues with raw briar. Show me what's under the hood, and yeah.
so you and Chris fall into the you'd prefer no bowl coating. It's done, excuse me, correctly. I don't have an issue with it, but I'm not bummed out if a pipe doesn't have a bowl coating. It's not something I expect. It's not something I require.
I have no need for it. I don't know what it would offer me.
I guess the idea, of course, is prolong the life of your pipe and just protect the briar from the initial flame. But also, when you think about it, um, I feel like you're going to have a weaker cake because the foundation, what you first do, is what your cake will always have. And so, if it's built on the bowl coating, that will always be there. And I don't know. I can see that going either way, honestly.
I'm all about treating a new pipe like a new pipe. Don't overheat it. Smoke it slow. I don't do anything special. I don't coat it with honey or anything like that. I just watch my temperature, try to put the flame in the middle of the surface area, and I don't overthink it.
And Chris has another good point. He says no coating to him helps him know the pipe better right from the start. I'd probably have to agree with that. That makes sense to me.
Pipe philosophy in the chat. How you doing, sir?
Listen, if you all haven't seen it, Pipe Philosophy did a fantastic video this week smoking My Mixture 965 in a Peterson. And he was out by a waterway, and it was a fantastic video. I love the look of the background. It was great to watch.
What a great blend as well. I know me and Hunter smoked a lot of it. What a great blend.
But if you all haven't checked that video out, you really need to. It was a fantastic. Reminded me of like old school YTPC videos. You know what I mean? And man, I really enjoyed that. Pipe Philosophy. Hope you do a lot more videos like that so I can enjoy them. I smoked through this bowlful a little bit quicker than the last one, I believe, or maybe not.
Pipe Philosophy said, "Dang, how'd you know it was me? I was in disguise." He's very perceptive. Don't let him fool you.
That's funny. But this Barbary Coast is good. Have any of you all in the chat had this? If so, will you let me know your experience with it and what you thought?
I enjoyed it, man. I'm so glad we smoked that tonight. What a standard, nothing crazy blend that was fulfilling, satisfying, well behaved, well balanced, well rounded. Just no qualms with it. Really enjoyable.
Well balanced. And it's so curious to see blending styles using the same leaf components because Cornell and Deal Burley typically is very punchy in your face, a little rough around the edges. And then this GLP's blend, Barbary Coast, of course, it's being manufactured by Cornell and Deal using their leaf, but it's very smooth, it's very balanced, and it doesn't smoke like Haunted Bookshop would.
It did have at least a year on it. So
good blending. A year's not too much.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not quite, popped today fresh, but
Let me see here.
I'd read that comment if I knew how to pronounce that river.
Let me
Tom
see.
Bigby. Chris says he needs to go back and smoke some Country Squire Tom Bigby at the Tom Bigby River. And Pipe Philosophy says, I've done that before, Chris. Also, Pipe Philosophy says, wow, brother, I really appreciate that for real, Hunter. And yeah, that's really cool, Pipe Philosophy. I haven't had a blend named for a river and smoked it there. That's really cool.
Never thought about that. I know like Cornell and Deal is Manhattan Afternoon. Smoke that in Manhattan in the afternoon. That'd be kind of cool.
We do a Bridge Day blend.
That'd be nice. Of course, GLP, smoking GLPs now. So he has the London series, Westminster, for instance. I'd have to go to the UK to do that, but that'd be kind of cool.
We could do the Roadkill blend.
Well, I guess you go to Seattle. All the Seattle Pipe Club blends. They're named after places in Seattle.
I don't think he's traveling that far, is he?
No, I'm just saying in general, doable if you really wanted to.
Well, I mean, if I had a time machine, Hunter, I could go back to 1792 and smoke the 1792 flake.
That would be cool. I'm down for that. Yeah, so if Dakota has a time machine, the one place he's going back to, he gets to use it one time, he's going back to 1792.
1795. Or 1775. Sorry.
1775.
April 19th. Lexington Concord will shoot me a red coat.
Well, you're going back to the Big Bang where it all began. The American Big Bang, that is.
Yes.
What would I do? I don't know.
Walt says he can smoke. Is that Santee?
That's
Santee.
Okay.
I don't know that blend.
No, I don't either. The Walt's got every blend you can imagine.
He has the encyclopedia. This is true.
You think you know a lot about pipe tobacco, and then you start watching Walt's videos, and you realize you know about 10% of the blends that are out there.
Hey, everybody in chat, just to remind you, the Zoom link is pinned at the top of the chat. Anybody wants to jump in here, they can. Shoot me, let me know here in chat. I might not see it. Let me pull up Zoom, just make sure nobody has. Trad, because last week I did not see it. So it's a low country blend. Okay, thanks, Walt, for letting us know. Yeah, let us know if you're trying to get in on the Zoom call. Last week I did not get a prompt to let me know people were in the lobby. So
let me see. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that low country blend. I've got, and I can't need these ears. Allium, Adisto, and of course Petey. And I know I said this wrong, but
Pipe Philosophy says Walt's the Breaking Bad of the YTPC. Robert Piper says 1792 is great anytime. I agree. It's a lovely blend. It's really, really good.
Isn't the main character in Breaking Bad's name Walt?
It is.
Okay, Walt is Walt because of some of the stuff he's experimenting with in his Instagram posts, using different liquors and such to infuse.
Well, I mean, he's the mad blend genius, as Pipe Philosophy would say.
Never watched Breaking Bad.
I've watched a lot of like the little clips and stuff. I have a good idea about it, and I might have watched the occasional episode. But it's like Peaky Blinder. I don't need to watch Peaky Blinder. I've seen enough shorts on YouTube. I know the whole story.
I've watched like half of Peaky Blinders. I need to go back to it. I really enjoyed it. There's one scene that killed me where the commissioner or detective is walking into a church, and the lady tells him, a gentleman would put his pipe out when walking into a church, and he dumps it out on a pew and like banging it off the pew to empty it. And I'm like, oh gosh.
I don't guess I've seen that clip. I haven't watched a TV show in a long time. My wife got me watching. I'm maybe 6-7 episodes in a Netflix show called The Hunters.
Never heard of it.
It's interesting.
I'll let you pronounce that.
Okay. I got a Lapsang
Suchong?
Souchong and
That-
anise blend going now. Hey, Walt, tell you what, buddy, go ahead and click on that Zoom link. Jump in here and tell us what you got going on, buddy. Because you're speaking languages I don't know. He is a man of culture. He is well traveled. I am not as much.
Let's see here. Switching it up tonight. For the past, I don't know, few months, I've been using the my Cornell and Deal Zippo with the pipe insert. And this week I've actually been using my 1935 replica with a regular insert that I picked up as a souvenir from the Gatlin Burlier in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
That's a very, very cool pipe or lighter. I really like it.
I love Zippos, and they sell a lot of Zippos. So if you're ever in Gatlinburg, definitely pick up a Zippo from the Gatlin Burlier and some of their house blends. Not so local Burley, I think, is one of them. Not so local, not so local. That's what I've always called it. And of course, the other one that I remember is a Bishop's Blend, I believe. I think that one's a little aromatic, maybe.
Walt's with the grandkids tonight. I understand, Walt. Enjoy your time with them, buddy. That's awesome. Hunter, now that you bring that up, I have lots of Zippos. I've never smoked a pipe with a Zippo in my life. Ever.
What?
Not once. Well, I had a pipe Zippo once I used a little bit, but then I gave it away. I haven't in 18 years, let's say, used a Zippo for a pipe. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
I love Zippos. Collect them. I'll light cigars with them. I don't care. I've got many Zippos. One funny story, the main one I use, which is the Cornell and Deal Zippo, I bought it to use. And then I couldn't bring myself to use it because it was so cool. I wanted to keep it as a collector's item. So I bought another one to use as a collector's item, and I used the first one, and that's the one I mostly have. I lost the first one day. I went crazy trying to find it because I'm OCD and I don't lose things. And so I bought a third one, and before the third one arrived, I found my main Zippo in a coat pocket. So I have 3 of those.
Nice. Walt says he got a Kiss Zippo from Happy Piper. That is cool. I love those classic Zippos. There's a solid brass, all brass one with the Camel cigarette engraving on it that I've seen that is so cool, old school. Dr. Rob's Nightmare says, did you see Yusuf's video with the giant pipe? It was freaking huge. He did. He tagged me and Hunter in that. I don't know if I commented back to that because I downloaded it at lunch one day and listened to it at work. Right at the area where I work, I don't have Wi-Fi. But I have YouTube Premium, so I downloaded it and listened to it at work. I don't know if I commented on that now that you mention it, but it's called the Something Lumberjack, and he's timed how long it takes him to smoke it. It's like 4 hours and something. This thing is
pipe, I believe.
Huh?
Wasn't it a Mr. Bog pipe?
It might have been. Yeah, I think you're right. Something like that. But I think the model was the Lumberjack or something. Giant pipe. Just a massive pipe.
He told me that he had a massive pipe, and I'm sitting here thinking, "Oh yeah, I've got the Savinelli that you gave me, huge pipe,
pipe, dude, massive." But compared to that thing,
no, that's a big pipe. Okay,
that's a big pipe. That's a big pipe.
That it looked like he was smoking the trunk of a tree.
Yeah,
I mean it was
Brig Brog.
Brog, okay, Brog.
I mean, honestly, that the bowl capacity would probably be like the beer bottle up to here. It's just insane.
Said that not all at once because he set it down and picked it back up, but he got 4 hours of smoking time out of it.
4 hours. He used a stopwatch, start stop.
Yes,
on a long car ride.
I'm gonna assume that was a ribbon cut mixture. He didn't say, but imagine stuffing that full of full Virginia flake. First of all, it's taking the whole tin, and that is a lot of smoking time on that.
Lugster says, look like the size of a Coke can. Exactly. It was impressive.
I have never owned or smoked a pipe that size. I have seen at the Boswell shop in Pennsylvania, not the Olympia location.
Boswell's specialized though. They have their own big pipes, right?
Yeah, I've seen them in their shop. I can't think of the name of the location. I lived 45 minutes west of there for a year, the main location, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. When you go upstairs, the whole upstairs of the building is a smoking lounge. So it's technically a few lounges in one, really. But they have many glass display cases full of their pipes throughout the years. And they have several of those magnum size pipes, I guess. I think is what they call them. And man, I mean, you see a video or a picture of those and they're massive, and you see it in person. You could beat a home intruder over the head and like protect.
Uh, they're big. They're cool though. They're cool. Large pipes, I don't know if it would be my thing, but I like seeing them. It's something different. Obviously, a very special piece of briar would have had to been used to carve out such a large pipe.
I like larger pipes in the evening, but larger by regular size standards, something like that.
It's all relative when you're talking about that size of pipes. Like that's
Right.
that's not standard. It's like, yeah, I stuffed a whole tin of squadron leader in here this morning, and it's 7 at night. I'm still smoking it.
That's exactly what would happen. And I agree, Lukester. It is a cool pipe, though. I mean, if I had one, I'd smoke it and see how long it would take. I don't know if it'd be a regular smoking item for me, but I mean, I'd fill it up. It wouldn't be a vertical limit or something hard hitting.
I've tried larger pipes a couple times. That Savanilla I gifted you, quite large. Not like that, but I mean, quite large. But I don't know, man.
I bet for like 6 months, that was my Saturday morning pipe. I'd load it up with some burley, and I'd smoke on that thing for a while. Play on the forums, watch YouTube, just whatever.
I do find it cool. It's cool. I don't know how much I personally would enjoy it.
Chris says,
Chris, you click the link, buddy. Walt can't. He's got grandkids. Get in here, Chris. I need to hassle you about your YouTube channel. We got 16 viewers right now, and they're all waiting for you to make some content. So jump on here and let's talk about it.
The only YouTube presenter without a channel with content.
He will this week. We're going to do it this is the week.
And I guess he finds it boring. Somebody click in and join already. I guess he's in agony listening to this.
I don't know if anyone in here knows it, but my friend Ducky does nasal snuff, cigars, pipe tobacco. He's very big on all the Discords. Ducky has a blog as well, a tobacco blog. He does interviews, really good content there. I mean, like superb. And I was talking to him this morning. He was telling me he had writer's block, and we were going back and forth, and I was, just trying to motivate him to get past this writer's block. And he's like, well, what do you suggest? And we've talked about it before, and this guy's very articulate, and he knows his stuff, and he's done like little videos just for Discord. And I was like, you need to make videos. This is the natural next step, Ducky. And so he says his phone right now has got a messed up mic, and it's crackly. He physically cannot make videos at the moment. But as soon as my friend Ducky's going to do some videos, I'm going to push some people his way, get him some subscribers. He really knows tobacco really well.
And in the video I uploaded today, I tagged a new presenter, the Briar Patch. I believe that was the name.
Right.
You all go check that out if you haven't already. He released a video smoking a Chacon blend. He's from England, or east of London, or east of England, or something. Anyhow, a good video. So a new presenter on the blog. You all should definitely go give him a sub when you get the chance.
Yeah, I went over there, gave him a sub. Very nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Did I get the name right? Bob's Briar Patch. That was it.
Hey, we got someone new in here. Unmasking Purpose. I smoke a pipe too. In my truck, smoking my pipe now. I smoke Peterson Nightcap. It's the best. Well,
that
Caleb don't have a shirt on. So, unmasking purpose. Peterson Nightcap, formerly Dunhill Nightcap, that's how I originally come across it, is maybe the blend I've smoked more than any other blend on this planet. I don't smoke as, here we go, we got someone. I don't smoke as much anymore of Nightcap, but I love Nightcap. Here we go, Chris. Thank you, sir. Nightcap's one of my favorite blends of all time, and I really, really enjoy it. Like I said, I don't smoke as much of it at the moment, but one of my favorites. Chris, how you doing tonight, sir?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Chat's been acting crazy on my phone, so I don't know what the heck's going on with that.
No, that's okay.
So I figure I would just jump on here.
But yeah, whatever excuse you need, we're just going to bully you until you make videos.
I don't know. He's the only person, YouTube presenter, that has achieved some kind of known presence in the community without uploading any content, period.
Now, this week, it's going to happen this week. What are you smoking tonight, Chris?
I just finished up some Dead Men from Nile of Nine.
They got a couple of their new one out, still left. I saw Walt took a screenshot and posted it this evening. A couple jars left. So, yes, sir. I haven't had any of theirs. How is it?
Oh, his stuff's all good. Everything he does is super aged tobaccos. The blend that he dropped today, everything in it's aged a year or more. But lots of his stuff is really old stuff.
I like my tobaccos old.
I haven't tried any of it, and I didn't order any today because I just spent all of my doubloons on the mass hole.
I mean, his stuff, it's not cheap, but it's because he's like, it's like when you get stuff from Mad Hatter, it's legit. He pays the Minnesota tax on it, and it's all broke down on your invoice from him. So you can see he's not pulling any BS. Here's
That's
the price
cool. I've seen that breakdown before. That's cool, man. I'm all in support of that.
You know, and it does. I mean, it comes nice. It's all jarred up with the labels on it. This is how it comes. Like
that's why I'm such a big fan of the Briarworks stuff. I like that presentation, dude. I'm good with that.
Most of everything I buy anyhow will end up in a mason jar, so you might as well sell it in the mason jar to begin with.
Well, and there's no hassle, right? If you're busy, you're out of town, you're like, Hunter, you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
You get some bulk that comes in and you're gone for 3 days. That bulk's just sitting in a plastic bag now for, it could be a week since, or more, depending on the post office shipping stuff to you,
Pipe Philosophy says Nightcap's one of his favorites. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says, thanks for jumping on, Chris. It took some of the pressure off of him. And Coffee and Leaf is in the chat. Everybody, please check out Coffee and Leaf. He has a great channel. He's a book guy like me. Really, really, really like his videos. He put one out today. Everybody go check him out.
Down in Chicago.
Oh, that's awesome.
But if he's on the chat, that means he didn't go to the meeting tonight in Chicago. At Arlington.
See, Chris knows everybody. Chris, make videos. Do it, buddy. I want to hear them. I want to watch them.
Look, you're already part of the group. You just have to make it official.
Right?
Don't just agree with me. Do it.
This week. This is going to be the week. What we're going to do, guys, is Chris and I are going to do a Zoom meeting like this. I'm going to record it. I'm going to upload it as a video on my channel and tell everybody to go subscribe to Chris's channel. Actually, everybody in here right now, go subscribe to Chris's channel, and he's going to feel that pressure. It's going to put his feet to the flames, and he's going to start uploading videos.
Yeah.
For real? For real.
And that will give me a hard time, right?
Hey, you make the video, I'll be happy to give you a shout out.
There you go.
Coffee and Leaf says, I'll be at the Pipe Club. I just got home from the Pipe Club meeting. I hope you had a great time.
There you go.
I've never been to a Pipe Club meeting. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Actually, Chris, I gave you a shout out today. You don't even have the channel yet, and I gave
You did. I saw it. That's what I loaded up. I was going through my pipes, and that's why I started with my K-Woody. I did bring up my Molina,
Yep, talking about that.
but I started with the K-Woody, but I think I'm finishing off just doing Savinelli Saturday, maybe.
Hey, I do that every Saturday night.
That fits.
Yeah,
It checks out. Oh, nice.
606.
No, this is the big boy. 16.
I think I have one of those. Let me see.
Yeah.
That's a good looking pipe, man.
Yeah. And then what's this one?
Yeah. I got the number wrong. It's a different series. Mine is a Roma with the vulcanite stem, so regular Roma. But
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it's a pretty big.
Yeah.
So, like,
big boy.
this is the size pipe that I'll smoke in the evening. When I say I like a larger pipe in the evening, I'm not talking about like the Yusuf special where he's smoking a freaking tree trunk, but like that compared to
Oh yeah.
673 there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You
Yep.
guys go ahead. I'll be right back.
Yep, I've got that one, and then I'm gonna turn the light on, which is gonna wash me out. But let's see. This one I had to double check. It says 703, which is just a.
Is that
That's a big. Yeah, it's like a. You would call it like a Lavat because of the stem. I think they might call it, a saddle stem billiard. It's a huge bowl on that one. As a matter of fact, it's about the same size bowl as the 616.
Let me show you my Molina I was talking about last night. Here's mine.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And again, compared to the 673, which I typically smoke, it's actually a pretty decent sized bowl. I don't know if that shows up. But they call this what do you call it? A Lovett?
Lavat?
Lavat. They called Molina calls this a Lavat. I think it's more of a saddle stem billiard myself, but that's what they.
With that, I think they're doing it because the shank's pretty short on it. But I mean, it with a stem that long, I would call it a saddle stem billiard with a big long with that where that bit comes so long.
That's what I think. That's what I call it.
Lavat is usually the shorter one like this, like we were looking at. That's
Yes, that's what I.
Or here, well, actually, I'll show you. I got it in my bag. This one let's see. It's in here. A true Lavat. It's about oh crap! I took it out. I had my merchant service Lavat in here, which you would really see. It's a Lavat.
Yeah, merchant service. I was just talking to someone about that today in the comment section of one of my videos, I believe. But merchant service, man, you talk about some beautiful pipes.
Yeah, and they're fairly reasonably priced,
150-ish, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah, they all run right around in that range. Give or take $10-15, I think, depending.
I would love to get one of their Bings. I can't remember who said it. It may have been someone in the chat even, but they were talking about, I showed off my Savinelli Bing's favorite, and they said it's a shame that it's not really like what Bing smoked. And there is a lot of differences between a Savinelli Bing's favorite and what Bing Crosby actually smoked. But a service Bing's is going to be the closest thing that you could buy to what Bing actually smoked.
Yeah, and we were talking last night about Bruno's Bings that he makes, which are really nice.
Bruno Nuttons, passed up on one of those, but he makes a really nice looking Bings. Dakota's got a, don't tell me, Year of the Duque.
Yes, Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust Year of the Duque.
El Duque.
Very special cigar.
But I'm pretty impressed with this this Molina. I need to smoke it more, and I have been recently. It's going back into the rotation. I didn't know what I exactly wanted to do with it because when I first bought it, I wanted it to be my haunted bookshop pipe. And I decided that a dedicated 673 for me was the way to go. And so I think this is just going to be an everything pipe, whatever I want to throw in it. English, Burley, Virginia, just whatever I want. And yeah, pretty happy with that. So I'm looking forward to getting this back into the rotation. I've gotten very accustomed to the draw on it. I have a 9 millimeter to 3 millimeter adapter. It's not quite as, it doesn't fit it as well as what I would like, but it's cut it down to the point that it's absolutely smokable, and it smokes really good. I bought this for maybe $50 in Gettysburg as a souvenir, and this might be the best like $50 pipe I've ever bought. I love my Rossies, but something about this with the natural finish that darkens, like a Morgan Bones, excuse me, I absolutely love it.
All right, well, here's one for you, just to throw it out there, and everybody in the chat can think about it too, and see what you think. I know you're not a fan of filtered pipes, or just having to deal with the whole pipe that's designed for filter and using the adapter necessarily.
Yeah,
You know, it's kind of like a thing that a pet peeve of yours. Let's call it that.
yeah,
You
like
know?
Savinelli's have the adapter that fit perfectly. I've got no
Mhm.
problem with that, but
Okay.
I prefer absolutely unfiltered if I can get it.
Well, here's one for you. I got the first Morgan Bones poker I got, because as we talked before, they come and they disappear quick because they're great. Everybody loves them. But it
Mhm.
was a 9 millimeter one.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to grab it. I smoked that pipe without an adapter, without the filter,
Oh yeah.
and it smokes great. Now, here's something that I would put out there for everybody to try. And obviously, the bowl might make a difference. Some people are picky on bowl size and that, but you know, try one of that, like that Molina. Pull the adapter out and fold and stuff that thing and put some flake in it where you're just sipping it, you
Mhm.
know. And literally, because the draw is so loose on it, sipping through something like that is kind of awesome and a little bit of a game changer sometimes.
What happens with me where I'm so accustomed to a certain draw when it's too open, because I used to smoke this without the adapter.
Yeah.
I'm so used to a certain suction, I guess, or
Mhm.
friction, I should say, that I end up pulling harder and drawing harder than I need to, and I
Ah,
eat the pipe. So it's me is what the problem is, not the pipe. It's if I would have started with something like that, I would have gotten used to it and adapted. But I adapted to essentially 3 millimeter. You know what I mean? Not really having a filter. It did smoke well without the adapter, better than I thought it would. But it's definitely a lot better with the adapter in it.
yeah.
But I'm happy enough with the adapter that I have in it that I will at some point be buying more Molinas. So
Because
it,
generally
oh,
with like the 7Ls with the six, because they come with standard with a 6 millimeter, and then you can. I don't bother lots. Sometimes I don't even bother with the adapters on those.
uh, Dakota can tell you though, I pick it out so quick. He has a Savinelli. It was your Bing's favorite that you have, Dakota. Your smooth Bing's favorite. I took a puff off of it, and I called you when I got home, and I said that doesn't have the adapter in it, does it? And he was like, "No, it doesn't." And I noticed.
Did I put one in it?
I don't believe
I
so.
don't remember. Hey guys, Lukester says, which one of you guys bought the Tinsky pipe yesterday? I was looking at one last night and someone bought it. That was probably Chris. Chris is buying about 9 pipes a week, I think.
Let's see. No, I did not buy the Tinsky pipe last night. Didn't buy the only Tinsky pipe I got was my Leaps pipe of the year from his son Greg.
Awesome.
The
But
of smoking pipes has a Teensky, basically a 673 for like 200 and some. And I look at it every single day and I cannot pull the trigger. But what a beautiful pipe right up my alley. And it's
well,
a acrylic stem, which I love and prefer.
They're certainly beautiful pipes. I like them. I don't own any, but they're certainly nice pipes.
Yeah, I know that Chris and I last night were talking about Radiche pipes, and they have acrylic stems, and really enjoy looking at those. I haven't bought one yet, but everyone I know that buys Radiche, they end up buying like 10 of them because they absolutely fall in love with those pipes.
They're nice looking pipes. I'm sure they smoke well also.
Mm.
it's all what you like and what you want, you know.
Yeah.
Walt said it wasn't him.
So, Chris, somehow I got in trouble for not telling Dakota about the pack that we made with the mass hole. And I
You
don't
didn't
know.
get in trouble. I got in trouble.
He got in
Johnny
trouble.
disowned me. Walt said he was going
Johnny
to
says-
unsubscribe.
Johnny says I should have a black eye right now. And I'm like, what did I do?
Well, that's true. Johnny did say that.
I don't know. I gotta look. I gotta look back at that. If Johnny said you should have the black eye, or you should give Hunter the black eye, or you should give Dakota the black eye. So I gotta see who is supposed to be the receiver of that black eye.
I've had
said
my
black
share.
eye.
I think it's time for Hunter to get one. I've had
But
quite
I
a
was
few in this life.
the black eye.
But maybe it is you, Hunter, because maybe you were supposed to tell him, so he didn't, get
When-
his review.
Yeah,
for all of us.
Guys, I'm really looking forward to everybody getting this and seeing what you think. I obviously I
know.
like it,
The
but
game plan, Dakota, is Friday on the live. We're gonna smoke it.
well, I'll smoke it with you.
Nobody told me to let Captain Burley slice know.
It's
I
nice.
didn't realize we were a package deal like that. Real quick, we've got my buddy from Canada, the Urban Hermit, in the chat box. What's going on, buddy? Good to see.
Oh, Hermit, nice.
Another 673 aficionado.
He had a great live this week that I joined in on, and man, we have a lot of the same taste. It's crazy with pipes, Molinas, and Savinellis, and 673s, and a lot of the same Cornell and Deal blends, but also like Peterson Irish Flake. I know we talked about that for a little while. Great blend.
Yeah,
Lot of-
shout out to Johnny for sending us that. I had not had it before. That Peterson Irish Flake is good stuff, man. Very flavorful. It's a flavor bomb, man. You puff on that and it just boom. It's delicious.
Mhm.
Really good.
Yeah, and the Hermit cracked open. Well, he cracked open. He did a video on the Harbor Dreams. He was really liking that one too, from Per Jensen.
That's the aromatic one?
Yeah, but it's European aromatic, man. You would
Right.
like it. You'd
I-
like it, man.
I do need to try it at some time.
Urban Hermit. We're gonna have to break.
Yeah, Crooner.
He's got the deer tongue in the Molina.
I tried my best to smoke deer tongue blends, and I really wanted to enjoy them. It's just man,
Which
I've
one did
tried.
David send us, Hunter? I have a blend with deer tongue in it.
Gentleman collar, excuse me, which I believe I actually preferred over a Crooner if I remember right, but man, just not for me.
I haven't had deer
The
tongue
one.
yet. So
That gentleman caller, like people that don't like the deer tongue, everybody seems that's like the toned down version of a deer tongue blend versus Crooner is more of it in your face,
what do you think of it, Chris?
Crooner,
I like Crooner.
Crooner way back in the day had about twice the amount of deer tongue that it has in it now.
Yeah.
They actually cut back on the deer tongue.
And that's what Bing Crosby smoked, right?
They say that someone passed the recipe off to Cornell and Deal and said this is what Bing Crosby smoked,
What's
and
up?
on it was verified.
Right here.
That- But I've
Drop
been,
his phone off.
but the one thing that he most definitely smoked was Hayward mixture.
Okay,
That-
you're gonna.
Her pictures of smoking.
Sorry.
All right, guys, I gotta get off. I gotta handle some family stuff here. I
All
don't
right,
know.
buddy. Good seeing you, Chris. You
All
take
right,
care, man.
We'll see you. The
One of
Hayward
the
old OTC blend that was confirmed that Bing definitely smoked that, but he was a pipe smoker, a serious pipe smoker. I doubt that was the only thing he smoked. Is it possible that he did smoke a blend that Crooner was designed after? I'd believe it in a heartbeat. Why not? Very believable. Deer tongue used to be much more common and popular than it is now, and I could absolutely see it.
one of the podcasts I was listening to this past week, we're doing some home blending. Now, it may have been Meerschaum Mafia was talking about doing some home blending and adding some deer tongue to a blend. Now, I might have that wrong. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but if I'm not mistaken, it was them. And it'd be interesting to introduce it into something you're familiar with, like let's say a Carter Hall. For me, I'm intimately familiar with that blend. add it to it extremely slowly and build up maybe and see how that goes.
The Urban Hermit says that if people like McBaron's London Burley blend, which I have a few tins of that left, they would like Harbor Dreams. So maybe I do need to give that a go.
Dr. Bob's Nightmare says, I read that deer tongue is a common ingredient in many love potion recipes. Yeah. Love potion number 9.
Mm.
I don't know, man. I can barely keep my wife off of me as it is.
Hey, Urban Hermit, if you don't have Zoom, download it real quick. There's a link at the top of the chat box you can click and join us on the live if you want to. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely. That goes for anybody in chat. If you'd like to join us on this live, just click that link. Join us on Zoom. If I don't see it right away, let me know in the comments if you're in the waiting room, the lobby, whatever it's called, because I'm not getting prompted like I should. But yeah, please, anyone that wants to, please jump in. Love to hear what you're smoking, what you have to add to the conversation.
I got to figure out what blends I'm going to take out of town with me next week.
Well, you got a pocket jar now, thanks to Johnny, so that's helpful.
Thanks to Johnny.
It's helpful. You got a couple of those little metal ones I gave you.
Mm-hmm. I also have one that came from the Briar Fellowship.
Yeah.
So, but I've got plenty of tobacco around here to choose from, but sometimes that makes it difficult.
That doesn't always make it easier, does it?
Does not make it easier.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I would say Dr. Bob's Nightmare wants to jump on here tonight.
I'd say he does.
I'd say he does. Dr. Bob's Nightmare. It's been a few weeks, buddy. You should jump in here and let everyone know how you're doing.
Tell us about that deer tongue you were talking about, buddy.
That's so weird. Carrie's comments are popping up, then disappearing, and then coming back. So odd.
I saw Haunted Bookshop.
I did too, but then it went away. There we go. She's having Haunted Bookshop in the 311 KS.
Winter chicken dinner. That's a
combination.
I don't know if I've smoked Haunted Bookshop in 311 yet.
Oh, I certainly have. It does all burleys well, man. I'm telling you, the 311 is a versatile pipe shape. It can smoke a lot of things and do it really well.
Very versatile. And Haunted Bookshop, for me, is a versatile blend because I get pretty much the same experience no matter what pipe I'm smoking it in.
It's a good blend. It really is. And this is a good cigar with a year of age on it. Oh, boy. I've only got a couple of them left. The box wasn't huge. I think it was a box of 14 I purchased.
Mm-hmm. I ended up with 1 or 2 of those that I still have ready for smoking with you whenever, that may be.
I gave several of these away. I know I gave 3 away, 1 each, the owners of Allegory Cigars.
Mm-hmm. I've got a whole bag of those I need to smoke, but can't really smoke those until the weather's nice outside. But I don't know. Whenever I can sit outside and smoke, I just keep grabbing a pipe. Can't help it.
I do. I've only been smoking cigars almost exclusively, like on a live like this, when I've had like 3 or 4 pipes back to back.
Right.
I'm like, I want to keep smoking, but I need to change things up, give my tongue a break.
I'll be smoking some cigars when I'm driving. I don't really like to smoke a pipe when I'm driving long distances, but I'll chain smoke the cigars back to back.
Hey, Walt got his package I sent him. I'm glad you got that. He got that Dan Armstrong blend, the upside down plum cake, and I sent him a couple stogies. And funny enough, Dan Armstrong did a giveaway, a spin the wheel this past week, and I won it.
Did you?
I did. I was one of the winners. And his live, he's hitting the link. Okay. His live was messed up, and I didn't even hear that I was the winner. I saw it in the messages earlier.
How you were entered into it. I was going to look into it, but I didn't know. Was it everyone on his Facebook page?
There he is. You just had to type in on that thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
All right.
I tell you, I can't wait to dig into some of his blend Blackmail here pretty soon. We
Yeah,
reviewed it.
Blackmail's fantastic.
Loved Blackmail. Great blend. And he really pressed that. I mean, it is a beautiful cake. It is almost plugged, but great stuff.
What's going on, buddy?
You are muted. Let me see. We'll give you a second there to work on the mute button. We'll let you know as soon as we can hear you. Hermit. There we go. You should be good.
Am I good?
You're
You're
good.
good.
You're in.
Thank you. How are you fine gentlemen doing tonight?
Oh,
Better
man,
than I deserve. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Actually getting ready for bed soon after I smoke this pipe, so I can't be on long. I'm heading out to see the girlfriend tomorrow, so
Oh, well, good for
Wait.
you, buddy.
I got to get up early and fly out to Toronto.
You
Where
fly.
do you live?
Where do I live? I live in a place called Espanola, Ontario. So
You know-
I'm
Okay, Ontario, Canada.
8 hours from Toronto and 8 hours from Thunder Bay. So the best way to get there is to fly from Sudbury to Toronto. Then she's going to meet me in Toronto. Then we're going to head to her hometown.
I
for a
hope
few
you have
days.
a wonderful time. What's the weather like right now in Ontario?
It's a little chilly tonight.
I
And
bet it
we're supposed to
is.
we're supposed to get some snow tonight again. I spent a couple hours shoveling today because we got snowed there the other day. So
Hey, we got Timber Drifter in the chat. Hello,
Timber
sir.
Drifter's here.
Very good
Timber
to see you.
Drifter. Hey, buddy.
Hermit, when I used to work in Virginia, and I worked with two French Canadians. I believe they were from Quebec, maybe.
Okay.
I think Quebec. Great guys, but yeah, I mean they had the full French accent. They knew how to speak English very well, but they definitely had the heavy French Canadian accent. That was fun. I got to know them. They were polar opposites. They were neighbors, believe it or not, working in Virginia together with the same company. One
Nice.
was like really tough guy. His name was Mario. He was just tough and rugged. The other was just a gentle, sweet guy, nice as can be. His name was Daniel. But so you still smoking the crooner and the Molina?
Yeah, that's what I'm smoking today because that's what I'm bringing with me to when I go see the girlfriend. As I loaded my pouch up with some crooner. I got a
Nice.
tin of Harbor Dreams with me, so something light aromatic-ish.
I probably will like the Harbor Dreams when I get around to trying it, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you on the crooner though. Respect. No, as you heard previously, I wanted to your tongue. I tried it so many times and it just doesn't click for me. It's like Black Cavendish. If it's Black Cavendish heavy, it's just probably not for me.
Crooner's like
Hunter? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, crooner's like anything else. Any tobacco that we smoke or whatever, either you like it or you don't. It's that simple, right?
I was hoping it would grow on me, but it never did.
There's
No.
several out there that it just doesn't click with me. It is what it is. Hunter, if I'm not mistaken, Timber Drifter is the gentleman that informed me that some of the tushonka, the Russian stewed meat in a can, is made out of a horse. So, Timber Drifter, I talked to Hunter about this, and he said, I think it was in our podcast last week, right, Hunter? We discussed this. He said, if I order the tushonka with the horse meat, he will try it with me. So, if that wasn't you that brought that up, my apologies. And by the way, Timber Drifter, I was talking about one of the other podcasts I listened to, Meerschaum Mafia. They mentioned you a couple times this last podcast. So, if you know those cats, do know they're shouting you out and in a good way.
Timber Drifter is a very cool individual. We go way back.
Oh yeah?
We know each other, but Timber Drifter's been around for a very long time. Very good guy, very knowledgeable with pipes. He still has his videos up on YouTube. So if you guys ever want to go look at videos, go check out Timber Drifter's videos because he's got a lot of good videos out there.
I'd like to see him make some new ones. I think the last one he's got is maybe a year old or something.
Yeah.
Lots of
Timber
information.
Drifter, he's been busy and stuff like that too. So
I
So
do
Herb,
understand.
how'd you get to know Eric, the blue collar pipe smoker? Because I've always held him in high regards. He was part of the second generation of the YTPC, and he had some great videos. And I hate to see that he took them all down, but at the same time, I understand with the YouTube climate the way it is.
Yeah, Eric and I go back. I started in YouTube in 2015-ish, I think. So I was around for a lot of people like Bill Rivera, Drop Bear Woodworks.
Yep.
All those guys were way before me.
Yeah.
And Eric's been around since that long too, around then, maybe before me. But
Yeah.
Eric's a good guy, very knowledgeable, pipes, tobaccos, and all that, and stuff like that. So Eric's a good guy.
He still has his Instagram, so luckily he still has all his pipe content on there.
Yeah.
Enjoy seeing that. Of course, he was good friends with Matches 860. Got a lot of shout outs from him, and that's probably how I discovered him. But I always enjoyed his channel. Him and the Artful Codger both, which of course, Artful Codger, I can't think of his name, but he took all of his content down as well, sad. But he had my favorite video that the Artful Codger had was like this 5 or 10 minute, really mini documentary on Velvet that was incredible. But he had that basement smoke room, and his voice, he sounded like Columbo. You know what I mean? And man, I could watch his videos all day. And both of those guys made a great pair. Really, is what it was.
Yeah. And yes, Artful Codger smokes a lot of Velvet. That's one of his favorite blends.
And Carrie said Ben. That was his name, Ben. I couldn't think of him.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, he's a good guy too.
Oh yeah, loved watching him. That was, I've been watching the YTPC since like 2013. It only took me 12 years, 11 years to actually post any content. But it's crazy because I feel like I know all these people because I've watched them for over a decade when I don't, you know what I mean? But
I had lots of videos at one time too, but I deleted a lot of them, or most of them, or pretty much all of them, because I was leaving YouTube for a while and stuff.
Mhm.
So I deleted everything, and just within the last year or so, I came back to do videos.
Glad you
And now,
did.
back for
now I've left Instagram permanently because they're starting to act up too with their pipe content and all that stuff. So just as a warning, right? So
I've heard.
I
you
feel
know,
for long, the only safe place that's currently safe would be Rumble.
Rumble's hard to get into though.
Yeah.
I have a Rumble. I think Pipe Philosophy does. I know Greg's over there. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard for me to get in the rhythm of Rumble.
I have the account set up. I just haven't done anything with it because when you go to upload, there's like 10 options you can choose between ownership and monetization and all this, and it just confuses me. So I need to figure more out about it.
YouTube is okay. I mean, yeah, they're cracking down on stuff, but it is what it is, right? It's the way I look at it with YouTube. It's their policies, whatever. You have to follow them. If you don't follow them, you get in trouble, right?
Platform, I mean, they set the rule.
Yeah.
But they also moved the goalpost. Like, it's not uniformly enforced, and so it's I don't know. It's not equal treatment.
Yeah, you just got to be careful. That's all. Years ago, I did a video on Captain Black Grape, and it got hit. So
Yeah.
I fought it. I'm like, my videos have nothing to do with kids or anything like that. So, you know what I mean? So they put it back up, but then I since have deleted it years ago. But it is what it is, right?
I have set my restriction to 18 and older, but
Same with
I tried to, with one video,
Guys, I gotta get some
Hold on.
saline. I'll be right back.
with one video, I tried to watch what I was saying. I think it was my review of Perry Inson's Brothers in Arms, and I tried to use certain terminology that wouldn't be noticed. You know what I mean? And even in that video, I slipped up a couple times, and I said I just can't do it. So what I do is I try to be mindful of how I type titles of the video. I never use the word tobacco in it. Or I'll use blend or something like that, but I just set the restriction what I type out, I'm careful with, at least in the title of the video, and I just go from there. And if they get me, they get me. I think pipe smokers are pretty determined people, and I think we will persevere. And so, if when YouTube becomes a no go, it's a shame to lose all the content we've uploaded. I've got all mine back saved, luckily. But we'll move on to another social media platform. It's a shame. It might be something not as popular, but we always move forward. It's like losing McBaron and Sutliff. It was a huge hit, but we've been through this before. We lost House of Windsor years ago. In my time, we lost McClellan, and we keep going. We smoked the new stuff. We enjoyed the Perry Yenson Legacy series. We smoked that new GLP's blend. And, we've reminisced about the good blends of the past, but we continue to smoke the new blends that are out now. And we'll adapt. We'll keep going. We're here to stay. I'm a firm believer in it. And I think thanks to social media, there's more pipe smokers than there's ever been. When I started my Instagram channel in 2020, I followed every pipe-related content channel that I could find. Now there's so many, I can't even keep up with it. And that's a really good problem as a community to have.
Same with YouTube. There's so many new people out there. I don't have time to watch videos all the time. Everybody's videos or leave a comment. It's like you'd be there.
It's fun. With YouTube cracking down, people's like still joining, starting a new video. Cody Homestead, there we go. What's going on, everybody? Can't stay. We wanted to stop by and say hi. Gotta keep freight moving, day or night, rain or shine. Have a great night, guys.
Thanks for stopping by, Cody. Good to see you, buddy.
Stopping by. But we'll figure something out. We'll keep going. Can't stomp us out. It's not going to happen.
No.
I mean, I know, like yourself, you're in Canada, and you're much more restrictive with tobacco than we are here in the States, and yet here you are still puffing away, enjoying. If you have a love of the leaf, you'll find a way to make it happen, one way or another.
Yeah, very true. Well, tobacco, it's not as it's restrictive here, but it's you pay a lot of money for tobacco here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I do a majority of my ordering from the States.
So, do you do one of those things where you have it shipped to somewhere in the States and you cross the border and pick it up?
We don't talk about that openly.
No,
that would be a criminal act, and we don't publicly discuss criminal acts.
Well, I can't say who it is, but I've got a buddy that lives in Washington State where it is basically you cannot have tobacco shipped to it, and he has a family member that lives, I guess, in Oregon. He has everything sent there, and like once a month he'll go down and pick it up.
Yeah, no. What I do is just order it.
Dude, that would be.
I just order from where I order from and have it mailed to me. And yes, I have to pay customs duty on it, which it is what it is, right? So, but you also know if you want to play, you got to pay. So
that's right.
I may complain about paying the duty, but I still got my tobacco, right?
Well, if you're paying that much for pipe tobacco, I would hate to know the cost of cigars in Canada right now.
Cigars are expensive here.
I can imagine.
Do you? I know you have a humidor and you own cigars. Do you still regularly smoke cigars?
I don't regularly smoke cigars, but I will smoke them every once in a while, Dakota, because I do like a cigar, but here smoking a cigar in the wintertime is a little
right.
So pipe philosophy says we need a billionaire. We need a billionaire in the YTPC who can create their own platform. I get it. Dr. Bob's Nightmare is jumping onto me because the first rule of Pipe Club is don't talk about tobacco mules. That's funny. That's true. That was on me.
No, it's one of those things, right? Like I said, I order from the States, I get it shipped to my door or to my mailbox here and where I live, and that's it. It's pretty simple,
There is, not you, because you're an upstanding citizen and you'd never want the Mounties on you, but there are certain Canadian pipe smokers who are fairly open about ordering from the States, having it delivered to someone they know near the border, and several ways acquiring it, which is not above board, and they don't mind discussing it. But, I don't know. About the furthest I would ever go openly discussing this sort of thing would be like me purchasing nasal snuff from Mr. Snuff, right? An international snuff order. And it is not illegal for me. It's against the rules for them, and they bear the responsibility of that sort of thing. It's a really bad position because there's micro blenders here within the States that cannot sell their nasal snuff. And one of them, for instance, is sending a batch of nasal snuff, microblending it here, sending the nasal snuff to the Owl of Man, to Mr. Snuff, to have it shipped back to here, just so he is not bearing responsibility, because it is illegal to sell nasal snuff, quote unquote, in the U.S. The old classic American style dry Scotch snuffs is not sold as nasal snuff. It's in the same tax bracket as dip or loose leaf chewing tobacco. It's sold as an oral snuff, but it's not. And it kind of got grandfathered in. But yeah, it's really weird with tobacco laws. Especially here in America, right? We want to hang our hat on the land of the free. Well, you're free to what? Well, you're free to buy marijuana at every corner shop. You're free to smoke crack in the streets. You're free to do all kinds of weird behavior. But oh man, this tradition of man indulging in tobacco for a clear, sound mind and fellowship amongst his fellow creatures, now that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Just so everyone knows, Carrie's going to jail. She asked, I would love to figure out how to get a suitcase full of tobacco from a Germany home.
I love German tobacco. I do. And apparently I love German pipes, because I got it's from Austria, but I got some Austrian pipes today. And
yeah, I saw that. That was a cool
quite
video.
fancy. Very cool. Very cool. Haven't smoked it yet, but...
Well, it's just like for American friends that say, oh, I'd like to send you tobacco. Don't, because it's against the law for you guys to send tobacco over to me. You have to have a tobacco license.
Yeah, it's wild.
Technically, yeah.
Two human beings that share this hobby of this non-intoxicating plant material that we enjoy for the flavor. But no, we can't do that.
Hermit, I won't say anything publicly to scrutinize myself, but I can say I have broken a law. I didn't realize I had broken a law until just now, but that nothing to do with your previous comment, though.
Yeah, no, it's I was told that years ago, and even apparently from what I've been told from friends in the States that are in the pipe community and stuff, that they're even cracking down on people mailing tobacco to each other.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
So every normal, decent thing in this world is scrutinized. So yeah.
I had a buddy in Sweden that I used to send, what was it, decorative curtains to, or something along those lines, and he would send back Swedish candy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What in Colorado, it's illegal to catch your own rainwater that falls on your property. So
I believe that too.
It's just lunacy.
I don't know. I figure once the serious crackdowns start happening, what's going to happen is tobacco purchases online will become, I don't know if they'll become illegal, or everyone that participates in mail, UPS, FedEx, United States Postal Service, will have their own regulation where you cannot do that. The first thing what I'm getting at that will happen is you'll only be able to purchase tobacco from a brick and mortar.
I think that's how it is in Austria, is it not?
It may be, yeah.
Isn't that what Brutal said?
Yep. So
Carrie says she is always melling tea. Well, don't spill the tea, Carrie. Don't let everyone know.
But if I had to take a guess, that'll be the first thing to happen. We'll be limited to in-person purchases, brick and mortar, which for people like me and you, Dakota, that is very bad. That's
Yeah.
dangerous. And it'll just go from there. But eventually, it'll
But-
get to the point. Timber says can't buy marijuana here in Wisconsin, and tobacco from out of state has a 71% excise tax. Big time freedom here. Can still collect rainwater, though, for what that's worth. Well, you have something. I know when I was in the state of New York working up in Buffalo, they had a 75% sales tax. Or not
Mike
sales
Philosophy,
tax.
thanks for stopping by, buddy. Good night, man. I really appreciate you.
We'll see you, buddy. Not a sales tax, but a tobacco tax. So if like a $10 cigar here in a lounge in West Virginia would cost like $17.50 in the lounge up in Buffalo, New York. That was nuts. I was dipping at the time a little bit, and so like a $6-7 can of Copenhagen here ended up being like $10-11 in Buffalo. Insane.
Well, and like we've talked about this, and I would love to get someone on from Australia to talk about it. But the tobacco taxes in Australia, I'm seeing members on some of the pipe groups on Facebook saying, here's my cellar, here's what I have left, and when it's gone, I will no longer be a pipe smoker due to the price.
I think Australia has it worse than anyone when it comes to availability and accessibility of tobacco because of taxes, imports, laws, regulations, restrictions.
So that purchase we made on that two-timer, that 10 pounds of two-timer I bought and you bought, in Ireland, someone commented the taxes just on that, I think, was either $2,000 or $4,000 USD is what it would be. And in Australia, I can't remember what they told me it was per pound. Do you remember a couple $1,000 USD per pound or something there?
A lot.
It was insane. It was absolutely insane.
Only $40 of tobacco is what we spent. It came out to $4 a pound on pipes and cigars. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says there's a huge problem with black market tobacco in Australia.
Yeah, I've mentioned this a couple times.
Factions are constantly burning out the competition with arson. Man,
Yeah, I've seen several news articles. So this is how Prohibition built the smugglers and the mafia in the U.S. When
Yes.
we outlawed the booze, it created the vacuum for illicit booze. Same thing has happened in Australia. They didn't outlaw tobacco, but they're taxing it out of existence. That's their goal. So there's a giant demand and a huge black market, predominantly for cigarettes, black market cigarettes.
Yes.
And the people, the smugglers involved in the black market, are getting so competitive that they are trying to put down the other guy. It's
I believe it.
really crazy.
No, it's here's the thing. Humans, I believe, are wired to enjoy nicotine. It's the absolute most perfect whatever you want to call it for humans to consume. You know what I mean? And just like Australia, people will find a way to consume nicotine, whether it's pipes, cigars, cigarettes, chewing tobacco, dip, snus, nicotine pouches, whatever.
Sure.
You know, the rate of cigarette smokers in America has significantly dropped, but vape users and nicotine pouch users have raised incredibly. So the percentage of nicotine users in the United States is probably as high as it's ever been.
Possibly,
maybe not like the 50s, but you know, it's gone up, and I'd say in the past 20 years.
Well, just okay. Think of the birth of this nation, the Jamestown experiment. The only reason it got started was because of the tobacco seeds that came from Trinidad that was planted in Jamestown that gave them a little bit of an economy and demand over in Europe. Without the Virginia tobacco out of Jamestown never would have been established. It was proven several times before they couldn't make it without it. Tobacco was that X factor that allowed them to have roots there to get this country going. This country was literally born on tobacco. There's no doubt about it.
100%. Chris, feel free to click that link and join us again.
Yes, sir. Reed, go ahead and click it and come in here. We are going in the weeds, man.
I don't know. It's just smoke what you want to smoke. It's just crazy that someone in Colorado could smoke marijuana all day. And I'm not saying I'm for or against it. I'm just saying it's just crazy that they can legally buy marijuana all day. But I want to sit on my front porch and smoke a pipe and not bother anyone.
And it's a problem.
A huge problem. Like,
You know,
I
in a
mean,
lot of places. That's like that public park where my son's birthday party was when we were wanting to smoke our bones. We both had bones pipes with us, and I guess what was it? Do you have Haunted Bookshop we smoked?
yeah, we had Haunted Bookshop in the Bones.
We're like, oh, we're not really supposed to smoke in the park, so we found like a bench on the outer edge of the park, and we're still kind of like, we got all these fitness Karens running around, and we're like, are we gonna get in trouble?
Go back to probably the most significant time in documented human history, World War II. Okay, look at all the great leaders of World War II. Okay, you have Winston Churchill, cigars. He used nicotine. Patton, nicotine. You know what I mean? Franklin Delano Roosevelt, nicotine. Nicotine won World War II. Even Stalin, when he joined the American side, cigarette tobacco in his pipe, nicotine. I mean, I don't know. It's just a lot when you think about it, the history of what it's achieved. Blood logos in the house. What's going on, man?
Hey, buddy, what's going on, man? So Timber Drifter brings up a river going through Venezuela and Colombia,
Okay.
possibly. I don't know the connection yet. I'm waiting for it. I had to Google it. I didn't know that word. So
Mm-hmm.
Blood Logos had a good stream today. It was wild.
But I don't know. You never really know what the future is going to hold, though. I just buy as. This is what I think: buy as much tobacco as you comfortably can. Don't go into debt buying tobacco. Don't use up your savings. Don't sell off your house to buy tobacco. But what you can comfortably spend, make sure you're stocking up on what you like. Is it going to get a lot worse eventually?
I didn't see there, Bubba.
Tomorrow will be 20 years from now. I don't know. There's no way of knowing. But right now is definitely the golden age of tobacco for sure. Even though we've lost McClellan and most of McBaron and Sutliff, and prices are slowly going up, the prices of pipes are still going up. In the scheme of things, when you compare the United States to like Australia, we are definitely in the good. So it's still a really, really good time in America for tobacco. Take advantage of it while we can. We don't know how long we'll have it. It might be a long time. It might not. But I know this moment right now, pipe tobacco is still a great thing that we can experience, explore, and enjoy.
So Lukester says Orinoco Pie is Kim Byron Ventures blend.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Have you had that one, Chris?
Oh yeah.
We wouldn't know because you don't make videos telling us what you've had.
Yeah, why don't we make a video talking about? There you go, first video.
My videos would be real boring. I'd be like, yeah, I like this one. What's it taste like? It tastes good. It tastes good.
That's what I do. That's all I do, bro.
What are you? Come on. No. This is what I do for my videos. If you haven't caught on, to make the 10-minute mark, I talk a lot slower in the videos than I do on the live. That's good. You stretch it out. If you want a real trick, if you don't want to watch my whole video, go to the transcribe thing and read it, because I speak like that amount of words. I'm giving the secrets away. There we go.
I do use that transcription thing sometimes though, and I'm like, all right, what's going on here? And I'm like out, or the wife's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can't pop in my earbuds and watch a whole video sometimes. I'm like, well, what's going on? What do they got to say?
I've used it.
Oh, okay. So Timber Drifter says that that was the original strain that was planted back in the early colony days. I do
Yeah.
know in one of the tobacco books I read, like Complete History on Tobacco, it says that John Smith got his tobacco seeds from Trinidad, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
and that's what he used in what became Virginia tobacco. So that one I'm not super familiar with. I have did a deep dive on the Mexican San Andreas, the black San Andreas and the um, Olmec tribe and stuff. So that's really cool, man. Thanks for the information. I will try to look that up. The Urban Hermit says, "Sorry about that. My phone died." Hey, no problem, man. I'm glad you was able to jump in there with us.
Absolutely.
Batteries don't last long in the cold.
They
No
don't. They don't. That's for sure.
How pipe you smoking now? You still smoking that Savinelli?
Yep. Had to come back. I had to deal with a bunch of nonsense. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun weekend.
I agree.
Gary, I agree. She says short and sweet videos are the best about blends in her opinion. I'm ADHD. I have a short attention span, and I don't know. I've have a couple of reviews that are like pushing 15 minutes, and that's pushing it for me. I really like the 8 to 10 minute range if I can get it, maybe 8 to 12. I don't really time them either necessarily, but typically I don't have enough to say to go 15 minutes on something. You know what I mean? I'm just not that interesting enough to make that long of a video.
But here's the beautiful thing, dude. This is kind of your canvas, and if you want to ramble the first few minutes about this blend and then go on about your dog and how your muffler's falling off your car, you're free to do it. You can go as long or as short as you would like, and that's
Dang, there
fine.
is presenters that do 18, 20-minute videos on the regular that can keep my interest the whole time. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like I have that ability. I find myself rather boring, and I watch playback of my videos before I upload, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad this isn't any longer than it is. And man, there's some guys though, 18-minute video, and it's just great. We got the Urban Hermit back in the chat. Welcome on back.
Howdy. Sorry, my phone literally died.
We figured something along those lines happened.
The cold. It did not like the cold.
So I want to apologize.
No, you're
Not a problem.
Did you finish the crooner?
Yes, I did.
Good.
Yeah, I understand how there, Hunter, that it's not necessarily something everybody likes, crooner, and that's okay too. Not everybody likes Haunted Bookshop either.
Yeah,
Well.
no. I don't know. Most blends, even if it's not my cup of tea, I can still smoke it and enjoy it. Well, most.
See, I can't do that. If I don't like it, I don't like it.
See, I don't like aromatic blends that are very black Cavendish forward, but at the same time, I'm okay with that. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The deer tongue, I really want to like them though. Like I want to like deer tongue blends more so than I want to enjoy black Cavendish aromatics. But I don't know, it just isn't for me. I think if it was the only thing I had to smoke, I would do it still though.
Yeah. Well, because you want that tobacco, right? You want to smoke your pipe, so
Yeah, if all I had available was crooner, I would. If all I had available was black Cavendish raspberry, I would probably make it work too.
I don't know, man. It's a step too far. Gotta have limits here.
Sensitive conversation for Dakota there. But
now we've discussed this whole desert island thing, and for me, any natural tobacco that's been processed decent, you know what I mean, that's not offensive, I could find enjoyment in. I'm such an enjoyer of tobacco. It doesn't take anything too spectacular to really allow me to enjoy it. So your very, very basic stuff, if that's all I had, I believe I'd be all right.
I'm like I agree with that. I'm like a tobacco optimist, so I always look for the good in the blend and focus on that. Even if there's a few things about a blend that's not necessarily my cup of tea, I can focus in on the nutty flavor of the burley I like, or the spiciness of the Perique, and enjoy the experience 99% of the time.
As long as it's not Captain Black Grape, I'll be good.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't.
Never had it. Never
I
had
can't get into aromatics in general. So Captain Black Grape.
Grape
I
incense.
think I could do that. I think I could do Captain Black Grape or the new frickin' Sir Walter Raleigh that's literally like drinking a bottle of white vinegar.
Yeah, I heard. I heard.
Batch
You know,
corrected. But
they ruined Sir Walter Raleigh STG. That it's like a vinegar bomb.
That's what everyone's saying. That is so
I couldn't
sad.
get through a bowl. I dumped the bowl. Like I wanted to, and I usually don't do that. I mean, I've done it with cigars, but usually a pipe, there's not that much tobacco. I'm like, I'll just try it. I'll try to see if it changes. We'll go. And I was like, nope, it's gotta go. Life's too short to be trying to deal with this thing.
I'm really hoping it's a massive bad batch and they will correct it. But
I don't know. From what I hear,
That's
dude,
pretty
I
massive
don't
because
know.
mine was from late 2024, and
ah,
everybody is still having the same issue now. It's how that's what they're using to. That's what they're putting the moisture in with it. They're just overloading it. That's how they're keeping it.
Like, how do you go from a tried and true blend to
That.
destroying it?
Yeah, they had the magic figured out 100 years ago with this blend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but because STG took it over, right? What happened was STG bought Lane out of Tucker, Georgia.
Yep.
So they bought all the blends, all the recipes, Velvet, Sir Walter Raleigh, whatever else was made there,
Luxor
and
says
stuff like that.
on silvers.
And Captain Black, all that stuff they made in Tucker, Georgia, they took all that stuff and they moved it over into Europe. Now Europe has different purity laws for their tobaccos than the States does, or say Canada or whatever. They can't use chemical flavorings as such. Now vinegar is used as an antimicrobial, so you don't get mold and stuff like that.
Right.
But when you have a blend that's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and then, well, I shouldn't say hundreds of years, but it's been around a long time, you ruin it with vinegar, there's something not right with your production people, because they should know from the recipe that this is how it's made, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got a couple things here. Blood Logo says they changed Velvet too. I've heard this. Timber Drifter said he smoked Cornell and Dill Maple Cavendish for 3.5 months straight last year. Nothing else. He says, I'm no longer a reliable source for interesting tobaccos.
Look, if it's what you like, that's great.
That's a feat. That is a feat in of itself. It's like the achievement unlocked pops up in life. You know what I mean?
The story, the greatest story that I ever heard. There was a guy who for like 20 years, he had one pipe. Understand, Chris. We'll talk to you, buddy.
Later, bud. Hey, Chris, Brutal Enough is in the chat. Hey, Brutal.
There was this guy who smoked for like 20 years. He had one pipe. And it was from the 70s, and it was the pipe. You know, like the composite material pipe they made. That's all he smoked for 20 years, the one pipe. All day long. I heard this guy even smoked it upside down in the shower. Chain smoked it all day. And the only thing that he smoked was a house aromatic from his local tobacconist. A goopy black Cavendish, like a berry, raspberry, blackberry blend. And, man, I mean, who was telling me? They saw this pipe, and he'd never cleaned it. You know what I mean? This guy was a codger. It was just the nastiest thing you ever saw. But he loved it, though. I mean, that's a pipe smoker. If you're smoking a pipe all day long, brother, I don't care what's in the pipe. You know what I mean? You're a pipe smoker. So Timber, man, if that's what you like, it's not my cup of tea, but that's the great thing is we all have different tastes. Now,
I could tell you, Timber Drifter, one of his favorite, a blend he quite enjoyed was he loves Haunted Bookshop.
Love it.
He loves Haunted Bookshop. He likes one of his favorite blends was actually made by McClelland's called Bombay Court.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I've never had it, never tried it, but he really enjoyed that blend. And he's got a lot of blends under his belt that he actually likes.
Oh yeah.
Orion Zero. What he got me hooked on was Orion Zero.
Yep.
Not that he said, Everett, you got to try this, but I'm like, oh, sounds like an interesting blend. So I bought some, and I'm like,
Hey, I got
I'm
a
in trouble.
question, guys, for Brutal, real quick. This is the pipe I got. He sent me from Austria. Look at that rustication he did on this. I mean,
That's a
it is
beauty.
gorgeous. I got a question, though, Chris. Inside this pipe, I know you bowl coated it. See how it's white down in there? Is that something you think you did from the bowl coating, or is that like, did Customs do a drug swab and there's like chemical residue down in there? I was wanting to smoke this today, but then I noticed that it's very white down in there. So I don't know if you can see it well. It's too bright, ain't it? But very white in the bottom of there. I just wanted to ask you about that before I smoked it. But it is a gorgeous pipe, and I can't wait to smoke it.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to have real quick. Well, let me grab it and show you.
He restored this, refinished it, rusticated it, polished the stem.
And he did a fantastic job too. Love the look of it. And real
He
quick,
said, yes, it's graphite, so it's good to go.
Oh, he's
Okay.
got the old all through all the
real stuff.
Nice.
real stuff.
Hey, so I smoked Sir Walter Raleigh in pouches. I always kept a pouch around that I would dip into, and I really enjoyed it. And someone on a forum told me that you have to buy the big tub of it because it's way different in the tub. And I thought, okay. And I was in a drugstore one time, or like a cigarette shop kind of place, and they had a tin, this tin actually, I'd say. And was it this, or did I get this on Cigar Bids? I don't know. Anyways, I acquired this, opened it up. It was my first time having Sir Walter Raleigh in the tub and not the pouch. What a completely different experience. When you first open it, it has this fruity smell, but in the most beautiful way. That might sound odd, but it was one of the best, if not the best, aroma from a tin that I've ever gotten from pipe tobacco. Incredible. And the fact that they ruined this, oh gosh, it just kills me. Because out of the tub, man, Sir Walter Raleigh's like, I could live on this. You know what I mean?
I got another question for Brutal. Brutal, a birdie just told me that you have a book. You have written a book. You write, and you have a book. I have to know about this. How do I buy your book?
I'm in.
It doesn't even matter what it's about. My friend wrote a book. We have to buy it.
And do you have the ebook version of it? If not, I'll buy the paperback.
Oh, I want the Dead Tree edition.
You want the Dead Tree edition?
I have such a hard time reading on my phone, dude. I thought about buying a Kindle to see if it makes it easier. I have such a hard time reading on my phone.
I'm okay with dead trees. I grew up in a paper community, so
I mean, I work at a sawmill. I'm a hardwood lumber inspector. That's how I make my living. So
my dad used to work at the paper mill here.
oh man, I could imagine. Big one?
Oh yeah, it was a pulp and paper. My dad was a digester mechanic. He worked on the heat exchangers and digesters and all that sort of
It's
stuff.
a big deal, man. A lot of paper pulp gets processed in those, man. It's insane, really.
I used to work next to a factory that processed like plywood and things like that, and the smell coming out of that thing was incredibly odd.
Try being in a paper town. You want to talk about stink? Ooh.
I've heard about it. What is that town in America? Chillicothe. I think they finally closed the paper mill down, but it was famous for the smell of the paper mill.
Looky there. Hey, Brutal, that was the birdie that whispered that in my ear. He just showed up. Stands with Fist Piper. He just let me know that Chris wrote a book. Chris said his book isn't finished yet. So really good to see it. Dr. Bob's Nightmare's got a great question. I want everybody's opinion because I'll give mine out after I read this comment. He says, I'm trying to decide between buying a tub of Prince Albert or Carter Hall. I've never had either. What do you guys suggest?
Both are excellent.
Exactly. That's the correct answer. Okay, Hermit hit the nail on the head. People's going to have preferences. Neither one of them are offensive, though. Like, these are great tobaccos. Me personally, Carter Hall was the first over-the-counter blend I fell in love with and was like my daily driver, right? Just happened to be. It was the one I found. I have a soft spot for it. That being said, plenty of Prince Albert fans out there. Me being one of them, I like Prince Albert. So
I'm going Prince Albert out of the two, but I've smoked more Carter Hall than Prince Albert. It's just the past couple of years I've switched to the Prince Albert predominantly, but cannot go wrong with either.
old Uncle Mike said, Granger, looky here, man. Oh, let me see.
Yep.
I can't do Granger.
I love it, man. It's good.
It tore my mouth up like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, it's good.
Smooth
I thought it was
Viper,
real
love it.
mellow.
Smooth Viper bought it. He used to smoke it quite a bit, and I said I'll try it because Smooth likes it or whatever. And so I ordered a tub and had 3 bowls out of it. I'm like, nope. Every time I lit it, burnt my mouth and all that. So I said, screw it. I gave it to my best friend. He didn't mind it.
Yes, Timber Drifter Dead Tree Edition. That's I picked that up from a firearms instructor. Actually, he used to be an old gun writer. Can't remember his name, but student of the gun guy. He's got a podcast and YouTube and stuff. And he was an old school gun writer. And well, the magazines are dead, and he's bitter about it. So many times he's talking about print media, he said Dead Tree Edition, and that's where I picked that up years ago. And I'll never forget it. Blood Logo says he prefers Prince Albert. Both are mild. Carter Hall, a bit more mild. Lukester, he's got a really good comment here. It's like Ford or Chevy, Pepsi or Coke, 50-50 love for each. Brutal says original Prince Albert was great. Well, original Carter Hall was great too, but all of the originals are gone, unfortunately.
You know what? I bought a tub of the new Carter Hall. I've bought a few tubs in the last couple of years of Carter Hall. I didn't really notice much of a difference.
I A-B'd it right when it went to the Dominican production. I A-B tested it, and I could tell a difference, but it's still quite good, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell a difference in flavor, so I was like, you know.
I haven't had the new Prince Albert yet. I'm still smoking the American-made Prince Albert, but I've got a real fond spot for that because if I have a pipe that's finicky for whatever reason, the airway's too tight or it burns hot or just whatever, I could throw Prince Albert in it and enjoy that pipe. It burns so good, no matter what pipe it is, the cob, I mean, you name it. And so, like, Prince Albert's that blend that every pipe is a good pipe. You know what I mean?
Just like with Haunted Bookshop, every pipe you smoke it in, it's good.
My man.
So
your old Joe Paul.
I'm going to be the oddball out here with Haunted Bookshop. You know, it's a divisive blend, right? Usually the thing is people say you either love it or hate it. And I'm very ho-hum about it. I like Haunted Bookshop. But I prefer an Old Joe Krantz or a Big and Burley. For me, either one of those.
It's more stout. They're more stout.
Yeah. But Haunted Bookshop tastes great. It's not offensive. There's nothing wrong with it to me. It's just, it doesn't blow my skirt up. I'm ho-hum about it. It's a great blend. But I know a lot of people are like, hey, it's a blend you either love or you hate. And I'm like, not really. I was like, it's there. You know?
Well, that's where your individual personalities come out with that sort of stuff, right? Where you're okay with it, whatever, right? You don't mind smoking it. Other people like it. Other people can't stand it. We all have different palates, right? And that's the thing about pipe smoking. That's what makes it interesting. Because you may like something and I may not, and it could be the same blend, right? It'd be like, no, I tried it, I didn't like it.
So
it's funny with Dakota and I because we're actual brothers, and so we do like 99% of the same blends. I mean, our tastes are very much aligned. But and we both love Haunted Bookshop and Old Joe Krantz. We both smoke both of those blends, but he prefers the Old Joe Krantz, and I prefer the Haunted Bookshop. It's just personal taste when it comes down to, like you were saying. But that being said, like I still smoke Old Joe Krantz. I smoked it for like 3 days this week straight because I had a common cold. I had a bit of a head cold, and I call Old Joe Krantz my chicken noodle soup. It cut through and it was great. Had a stuffy nose, but the Old Joe Krantz still smelled great, and it's what got the funk away. You know what I mean? I smoked through it, and that's the blend that did it. I'm not saying I'll only smoke Old Joe Krantz when I have a cold. You know what I mean? But there's a time and place for everything. And in this situation, even though I'm a haunted bookshop guy, the old Joe Krantz is what was doing it for me.
So Brutal brings something good up as well. And this is something he wanted me to try before, and I did. And I tried it in my Rossi 8801, which is a small pipe. He says the Mohila, and I might be pronouncing that wrong, pipe, the smaller one that he sent me, might be perfect for a haunted bookshop. And I did try that in a small pipe, and I will try that again. I know those smaller pipes are really nice for shag cut as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Brutal. How did I do on the pronunciation of the other style of pipe? I have to know how bad I butchered it. I retook that video 5 times to try to pronounce that correctly. Unfortunately, I could not listen to anyone else say the word. I had to do it based on the phonics of it spelled out, and I did try my best.
At least you did not forget the name of the blend you were smoking on the podcast. Guess who did? It took me a couple seconds to think of the name. And shameless plug there. Anyone has some free time, you always go to Spotify and Apple Podcasts and listen to the newest episode of Brothers of the Pipe podcast, where we smoked GLP's Barbary Coast. That'll be out at some point tomorrow.
All right, guys. We have the Watch City Cigar Mass Hole in the pipe, restored, refinished, and rusticated by our friend Chris here in chat. It is restained as well. Gorgeous. Nice saddle bit. And we're going to give it the first go here.
There we go.
When I said the word for pipe, it sounds like Hitler would say it. Oh, that's funny. Hey, you're the Austrian, not me, buddy.
Dr. Bob's Nightmare says that he thought Haunted Bookshop was so-and-so, his first 2 tins, and then he went through a half a pound of bulk Haunted Bookshop, and now it tastes amazing to him. He loves the nutty flavor. I've seen it grow on people for sure. That's not
Carrie in the chat here. It's grown on Hunter. I don't know if you have any other specific examples, but I don't think Carrie was a big fan of it, and now she likes it. So,
let me see. Timber says Haunted Bookshop isn't meant to blow your skirt up. It's slightly more powerful than half and half old school version, just an everyday pipe smokers blend. I absolutely agree that it's an everyday pipe smokers blend. I don't find it too strong myself. Maybe I have a high nicotine tolerance. I don't know. A lot of people say it's super stout. I guess it depends on the individual, you know.
When you first start smoking it, it's a little bit stout, but then after you smoke it for a long time, then you smoke Old Joe Krantz and you're like, holy crap, this is a little bit different.
It's like switching from tea to coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then when you hit Big and Burley, there's a totally different animal.
Yeah, I think Timber Drifter had a great take on this, and I'd like to hear y'all's opinion. I don't know if you are a Reddit hunter. I've been a little distracted here, but he said Haunted Bookshop isn't meant to blow your skirt up. It's a slightly more powerful half and half old school version, just an everyday pipe smoker's blend. I agree with that. I like that take. That checks out for me.
Yeah,
that's why a lot of us will smoke it all day long and stuff like that, because it's just something we like it.
And I can smoke it any time of the day. Empty stomach, just had a meal, doesn't matter. Any season, any weather, inside, outside. I can always count on it, and it's always a pretty consistent experience from pipe to pipe. I know what I'm getting. It always hits the spot. It's just old reliable. You know what I mean?
Caleb, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you being in here tonight. It was good seeing you. Rest well and take care, my friend.
We'll see.
If I don't have any Haunted Bookshop, I'm smoking Old Joe Krantz.
Yeah, I mean, I bounce back and forth. And here's the thing. I'm not saying Haunted Bookshop is my all-time favorite blend. You know what I mean? It's just my most smoked blend. It's just old, reliable, something I can go to. Is my Desert Island blend? Sure. But, you know, I really love, like, H.H. Burley Flake. That's... I
didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Nope.
Man, I love the H.H. Burley Flake. But Haunted Bookshop at this point is definitely my most smoked blend by far. It's the match's influence. But actually, I was Really, that's not though. The 673 is the match's influence. I actually was smoking Haunted Bookshop before I got really heavy into matches. To be honest about it, I was probably watching more Mutton Chop Piper at the time when I got into Haunted Bookshop. But
AJ Birdie Flake was just bland to me. There was nothing.
oh man, I got a soft spot for that one. That might be like
Wessex, yep. Cobblestone the hiking, yep. But
love all that.
HH, it was
No,
just
I like H.H. Burley Flake, but like, there's a big difference between H.H. and Wessex. You know what I mean? There really is.
if HH had a little bit more dark fired in it, it'd probably been a lot better.
Well, have you had the H.H. Old Dark Fire? Is that what it was?
Oh yeah, I used to smoke that like crazy too. HH Old Dark Fire and HH Bold Kentucky. I liked
Oh,
Rustica
the Bold
too.
Kentucky. Yeah, I got a little bit of both. I think I got more of the Bold Kentucky. Really good stuff, man.
So
Bold Kentucky in the morning with a cup of coffee on a before breakfast. That'll get you revving.
I'll say and it never clicked for me till just now. I've always put the top 3 blends. I always say Haunted Bookshop, H.H. Burley Flake. I never named a third one. To be honest, it might have to be Old Dark Fired. That or a Scudo. I can't believe I could make a top 3 list and not have a Virginia up there. But maybe a top 5 list. Let me do that. I just need to figure out the 5th one. But I love Old Dark Fired. I hate that it is gone. I've got 2 pounds left. Actually, just today, the 1 pound box of the flake I had, I put into mason jars. But just smelling it, like I've been smoking the Irish flake lately. I really enjoy that, trying to find something that scratches the Old Dark Fired itch. And I really like the Irish flake. But then I smelled that Old Dark Fired, and it's like, just nothing really replaces this, though. It's in the ballpark, but it's not this.
Timber Drifter's heading out. Hey, really appreciate you stopping by, man. Good to see you again. I hope you have a great night's rest, and good luck plowing tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by.
Lukester.
I used to buy the HH Old Dark Fired Ready Rubbed.
I don't remember that. How was that presented?
Okay.
In a tin?
It was in bulk. It was in bulk.
It was in bulk. I don't recall that one.
Bulk, yeah.
I've got a pound of that still. It's really good. It's the same. It's just already broken up.
Yeah. Or Amphora Kentucky was another good one.
I tried to get some. I wasn't into this sort of thing when it was still available. I smoked English blends exclusively for such a long time. I missed out on so much. And now that my palate has expanded, I'm smoking Burleys, I'm smoking Virginias. They're all gone. But the Amphora Burley, I like it as well.
Amphora Burley was good, yeah.
That's good. It's kind of sad. I hate it for Dakota, but he got into the Burley Flakes right when they all went under. But he got in just quick enough that he could buy everything that was going away, knowing it was going away, but not off the shelf yet. You know what I mean? So he got to try and taste everything, but like from here on out, it will be very limited with like H Burley Flake, Amphora Burley, so many.
Saltlift 507C, Virginia slices.
But you still have Solani H Burley Flake.
You can't. I can't get it, man. Within the last 5 months of looking for it, there's been 1 tin available that me and Hunter split at $25 a tin, whereas I can get Wessex Burley Slice for $15 a tin.
Fired.
Yeah. And by the way, if anyone's looking for Wessex Burley Slice right now, I mean this very minute for 14 something a tin, go holler at my friend Kyle at Nova. He might be able to lead you in the right direction. Nova, right this moment, can point you in the right direction to get Wessex Burley Slice.
And Walt says he's got a pound in bulk. I think he's talking about the Old Dark Fired as well. And
so when I figured Amphora Kentucky was gone and HH Old Dark Fired and Old Kentucky, I realized Peterson Irish Flake is still available. So
it's a good one too, man.
Scratches the itch, and it's a great blend. It's different, its own thing, but still in the ballpark. Still scratches the itch. And I was going through my cellar today. I thought I had 1 tin of that. I have 3 tins.
Carry look right now If you look right now, Carrie, it should be.
And it gives me that vitamin N that I need too.
Oh yeah, it's more stout than Old Dark Fired was, but it's a little bit more rough around the edges too. Whereas Old Dark Fired was very balanced, very well rounded. Um, I don't know, just something about it.
Well, Piper said was telling me that uh, C&D's Old Dark Fired's better than Old Dark Fired.
Just the
The bulk.
that's just Kentucky, right? The blending component.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's just, but you can buy it in bulk, and he said it's just as good as
It might
Fired.
be because I smoke the cube cut burley in bulk, the ribbon cut burley in bulk, and the Virginia ribbon in bulk, which is the Cornell and Deal blending.
blending.
And I smoked those straight and loved them. And just to confirm, on Nova, we do have Wessex Burley slice for sale, $15.95 per tin. Maximum purchase of 2 tins. But I need the Cornell and Deal Kentucky. I need to try that.
So do I. But I am getting. I did order 4 ounces of the Bayou Morning, as you suggested, Hunter.
Oh man, I hope you like it. I know you're not a Virginia guy. If you don't like it, I understand. But
I was just gifted some. I was pleasantly surprised. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I heard it's good. I heard it's stout, even though I'm not much of a Virginia guy. Right, there's a couple that I do like Escudo. I tried last year. I liked it.
Okay, if you like a Scudo, I mean, good
I
chance
tried them.
this
I tried
might.
M4 Virginia. I like that.
I think that Bayou Morning to me is like a real amped up version of Dunhill's Elizabethan mixture.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Oh no.
I hated Elizabeth. I did a review for Elizabeth, and I hated
Yeah,
it.
you mentioned this to me the other day, didn't you? You didn't like
I
it.
hated it.
Yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
For you, but it might be for you too. It's still Cornell and Deal, and it definitely smokes and tastes like a Cornell and Deal product. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The problem I had with Elizabethan, it tasted like ash. I was like,
No, I don't get that from Bayou Morning. I think you should be a good aspect.
yeah. So
I
I was like,
I've
with
had
Elizabethan,
Elizabethan, but it's been a long time, so.
it tasted flat to me. There was nothing in it. There was nothing. Even the Perique was like bland to me. I was like, this isn't nothing.
Well,
Cigar-
Bayou will have a lot more Perique than Elizabethan, though. It's 25%, which is funny because, like, Cornell and Deal's The Beast has 51, 52% Perique, and it smoked very smooth. It didn't knock me on my rear end or anything. But Bayou Morning with 25% Perique, half the amount of Perique, much more stout.
Cigar
Perique is
Vice
great.
is in the chat. He says, "You gentlemen behave yourself. Don't get yourselves banned from any forums." Well, the good news is there's not any left for me to be banned from.
You know,
I've
Perique
exhausted
is
all
burly,
those.
right?
What is it?
Perique is burly. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
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 Well,
So
Dark Fired Kentucky is burly as well.
yeah, and you can have dark fired Virginia as well too.
And Latakia is Oriental.
Yeah. Latakia is good sometimes in small doses, sometimes in like pirate cake, really good.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Brutal Enough asks, I don't know exactly who he's asking, but we can all answer. How long we've been smoking a pipe? I've been smoking a pipe, not every day, but I've been smoking a pipe for nearly 20 years myself.
I'm going on. I used to be a cigarette smoker too, so I
I was a cigarette smoker as well.
I'm going on. This will make 13 years for me.
Actually, I got to say before that, so I'm going on 30. Well, I'm 50 now, so I started smoking a pipe around 1920, age 1920, but not full time. But it's been a long time.
Thanks for the Cigar Advice. We appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by, man. Good to hear from you. You take care. Have a great night. Carrie's been smoking for 1 year and 3 months.
So I started smoking right before I graduated high school, a pipe specifically. But I was an off and on pipe smoker for about 4 years. So I became a daily pipe smoker, kind of devoted to it in 2017. So for the first 4 years, it was Captain Black off and on. And I always knew that it would stick one day once I like really figured it out. You know what I mean? And the bug really bit me in 2017, which I knew it eventually would. So, like a daily pipe smoker, serious about it. You know what I mean? Passionate about it for about 8 years. But I mean, I was still a pipe smoker from 2013 on. It wasn't every day, but it was every week or every 2 weeks. I'd have a
Yeah,
pipe. You know
I,
what I mean?
I have to caveat my own thing here. I'd go through spells where definitely went through multiple spells where I was more of a cigar smoker, right? But the pipe has always been there, and I've always kept some pipe tobacco on hand. And at the very beginning of my journey, that pipe tobacco was typically just some Carter Hall for a very long time. And then when I started ordering tobacco, it would be some nightcap. And then, when I found something like Peter Stokeby Balkan Supreme that I could buy by the pound real cheap, it would be at certain points I would have some Peter Stokeby Balkan Supreme on hand. So there are certain points in this journey, periods of time, where I was smoking a couple times a week and not every day. But yeah, I've been a pipe smoker for almost 20 years. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says he's smoked almost a year. Walt since 95. Chris, brutal enough, says 11 years.
You know, lost my train of thought for a second. Oh, I smoke a lot of cigars too. You know what I mean? I'm definitely a cigar smoker too. I am a pipe smoker first. In like 2023, I did go through a big cigar spell where I almost exclusively smoked cigars. The reason for that, though, was the first time I made enough money that I could actually regularly smoke like good cigars. I'd smoked good cigars at that point, but it was like one a week. That's all I could really get. At this point, I was smoking like 2 or 3 or more really good cigars a day. That blew up the budget like really quick. But for about a year, I was a serious cigar smoker. I knew I would go back to the pipe, and I was still smoking pipes weekly that year. But it was the first time I got to really explore cigars deeply, and it cost a lot of money, but it was fun.
The beginning of 2025, I spent a fortune on cigars. Chris in the chat, I know he has too. Chris has been smoking under 2 years for pipes. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like the smell of cigarettes anymore. Now, with one exception, Walt, I don't want to be in a room with cigarettes or smelling some closed butt. Like if I'm outside and someone's like 20, 30 feet away and they spark a cigarette and I just get that first whiff of it, that does smell good to me. That'd be it.
Stupid, but like I swear from the smell, I can tell a cheap cigarette from a more expensive cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy cigars from time to time, just not full time. I used to smoke them quite a bit years ago, but they're so expensive.
The value proposition isn't really there. The enjoyment I get out of a pipe compared to a cigar, and then you consider the money in a pipe versus a cigar, value proposition isn't there. And I do love cigars, guys. I mean, I am fanatical about cigars. I don't smoke that many anymore. I smoke 2 a month or something,
That's about where I'm at now with it.
There was a time, just the beginning of last year, I was smoking 3 or 4 a day. I was spending a lot of money. I know Dr. Bob's Nightmare was in the same boat as me. He's like, you're spending $60 a day on cigars. You're like, well, it gets expensive.
That's where I was at in 2023. I was working out of town, and I had a decent per diem and pretty cheap living accommodations. And so I had all this extra money to live on. And, dude, $50 a day in cigars. I'm not even kidding. Easy
to do, man.
I would smoke like 3 or 4 really high dollar in cigars, like in the 10 to 15 range. And then the rest of the day, I'd be smoking like $2 factory smokes, Cuban sandwich style cigars. But where I worked outside, I had a cigar constantly all day long. Loved it, a lot of fun. But now I think how much money I blew, and it would have been so much better in like a 401k or some like McBaron Old Dark Fire, take your pick.
It's all good, Chris. No worry. Brutal says, I think even cigarettes were better back in the day. I can agree with that. Stands with a fist Piper. says, always loved the smell of pipes and cigars. Wanted to smoke since 14 years old, but told myself I would start at 40. Kept delaying and started at 59. 61 now, so 2 years. And toast to that, buddy. I'm glad. I hope you're getting all the enjoyment in the world out of it.
I've got a buddy that lives in Yosemite Valley, Scott. I talked to him last night, actually, on a Zoom call. But anyways, he waited till he was like 50 years old before he smoked a pipe. Never smoked cigarettes, never smoked cigars, never used any kind of nicotine. Said he had a buddy that smoked a pipe, and he was like, I'll try it. And he's like, well, I'm 50 at this point. So, like, in the time it would take if pipes were unhealthy to kill me, I'd already be dead because of old age. So he's like, what do I got to lose at this point? And he is into it. Huge pipe collection, smokes all of them, huge cellar. I mean, he's a wealth of knowledge, especially with Peterson pipes. But talk about somebody that got the bug from like the first puff and just dove straight in. You know what I mean? Awesome guy.
All right, Hunter, it is 6 minutes till midnight. Are we going to do the Rustica?
You bastard.
It about killed me last weekend.
I noticed.
Dude, really. I'm not doing it like that again. I am not doing it like that again.
I'll go get it.
All right.
I was laughing at that. I seen Dakota.
Oh, man. Listen, it was a mistake.
Like that.
All right. By the way, Brutal, this pipe is smoking great, man. I'm sure it's going to make a lot more appearances. So is the Hunter's pipe, but obviously that's going to be a special thing. All right.
So real quick for those listening, we've said this before, but we'll just say it again in case anyone didn't hear it. Toke Rustica is pure 100% Rustica, so it is 8 times the nicotine strength of regular tobacco, and it smells of moldy cheese that has been in sweaty gym socks locked in a locker for about 2 years.
It is stinky. It is stinky.
And this is a watch what we do. Do not do what we do. Do not try this at home, kids. Also, the warning label on this includes death and hallucinating. And that is
blue cheese to you.
You can look it up if you don't believe me. It's still there.
Angela says it smells like blue cheese.
No, I like blue cheese. Blue cheese don't smell like this. Like, I don't want to dip a chicken in this.
I like blue cheese too.
Angela says she likes blue cheese too. I like Rustica tobacco. I just think it. Yeah, Chris. That MKE messes me up. Chris, I'm going to do the pinch method. I'm not.
Nope.
Doing it off the knife this time.
I'm using the spoon, putting it on the hand. I'm using the ergonomic stuff box here, ergonomic or whatever the hell they call it. I don't know.
Anatomic.
That's it.
Smells like some funky Cheetos, man.
Yeah, not in a good way. Man, I was hoping to go to bed tonight at like a decent time, like midnight or something like that. But
well, we got 3 minutes, and I'm going to sign off after this.
Yeah, but I'm not going to bed after this. Give me a second. I got to get this box closed.
Oh, you're good.
It's because it's going to go flying. And this stuff is dry and fine.
Hermit, make sure you have a wonderful time with your girlfriend. I'm super excited for you.
I just got bad news. They canceled my flight for tomorrow.
No.
Incoming snow?
Yeah.
Weather.
Due to scheduling issues. Cabin issues, something, yeah.
Oh, brother, I'm so sorry, man.
All right.
So I got a message here.
Well, I've got,
happy.
just to confirm, I've got one there.
Brutal, I do have a nice knife on me today.
Here we go. Dakota, let me know when you're ready. I'll do the count off.
We got 2 minutes, my man.
All right. Oh, we're going to wait till midnight to do it?
No, why not?
Okay.
This is a charade. Remember the Alamo commemorative, probably made in the 80s, actual stag handle. But I'm not going to use the knife tonight. But you mentioned it, so all right, we can go ahead and do it. It don't matter.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Let me get a pinch here. All right, I got a pinch.
You ready?
I'm ready when you are.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
And folks, they're dying while we watch them. Then they're hallucinating.
Yeah, hallucinations, then death. That order. That's what the warning says.
It's like you see the Grim Reaper coming towards you, but you don't know if that's the hallucinating part or the death part.
Juxtaposer Executioner says Rustica has Harmala alkaloids. That is what gets you. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
I'll buy that.
I need to Google that so I know exactly what he's talking about.
When we say rustica, some serious stuff, especially like pure nasal rustica. It's intense.
It is. Chris says the fact that you still do that stuff is hilarious.
Smoking Rustica that's an experience if you're not used to it.
I've smoked it and enjoy it.
It's pure rustica in snuff form. Now, even Toke Quit has a percentage of rustica, and it's pleasant. It's a strong natural tobacco, but it's pleasant. Pure rustica is just a kick in the teeth, man. It is a wild ride.
It is uncased,
All right, I'm looking this up, Juxtaposer. Appreciate you stopping by the way. Good to see you again, man.
What I want to know is they make a lot of this. They sell in a large quantity. Someone's using it. We use it almost as novelty. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's a big nicotine hit. You feel great after. But, like, there's no way I could go around every day like, oh, time for my quick bump of Rustica. You know what I mean? Like, it's an event when Dakota and I use it. You know what I mean? It's something. But somebody has to be walking around doing this stuff all day. Like, who is it? Because they sell it. They keep, you know what I mean, in large quantities. Someone's using it or they wouldn't have it.
Okay.
You got somebody buying keys of it all the time.
Dude, it's insane. Oh, now the pipe tastes weird.
Monoamine oxidase inhibitors. We're getting into it here.
Juxtaposer says like a strong antidepressant.
Yes, exactly. I was just looking at that. Interesting. I love this kind of stuff.
I'm good. I didn't get the numbing sensation that I usually get with it. Usually it's like an extreme burn and then a very uncomfortable numbing sensation. But when I say uncomfortable, I mean like when your leg goes to sleep because no blood gets to it, but before the tingle set in, it's like not a good loss of feeling. Which I'm probably not doing Toke any favors in my advertising of it here, explaining my experience, but
Juxtaposer, I got
those. I keep going back to it, so I might be doing an okay job actually.
Juxtaposer, I got all that pulled up. I'm actually going to read into that, man. Thanks for the information. Appreciate you bringing that up. Everybody in here, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thanks for letting me in, guys. Truly appreciate it. Nice to see you guys.
Listen, man, I appreciate you stopping by. It was really good to talk to you and see you again. Great having a smoke with you, man.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for letting me
Good
join.
luck with your flight rescheduling. I really do hate that for you.
Oh, I got to message her. Even though she's in bed, she's not going to be happy.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, buddy. Thanks for on the live. We really do appreciate it.
If you see RIP, Urban Hermit, you know something happened.
Beat to death with a wiffle ball bat.
By the way, Chris says Hunter is numb to the numbness now. That's funny.
Pink Floyd don't have anything on you, bro.
It's not a comfortably numb. It's a weird numb. It's not comfortable.
It's so funny because when you add it as like just a condiment to a blend, it adds some strength and some potency. But when it is pure rustica, it is just different, man.
Uncomfortably numb.
You want to hear a good numb story? I got a good one for you.
Let's hear it.
I suffer from osteoarthritis and fibromyalgia. That's why I'm no longer able to work. I'm actually due for a knee replacement and a hip replacement, but they won't do me because I'm too young, right?
Okay.
So I had to go see this pain specialist last year, and they were going to give me there was talk about giving me ketamine or lidocaine infusions to get rid of the pain, right?
Right.
The doctor didn't want to do that, whatever. So I'm taking gabapentin. But anyways, I'm with my friends at this Airbnb, right? My buddy says, and he suffers from a bad back, and he can't feel his one leg and everything else with arthritis, and his wife too. He goes, here, do you want one of these gummies? I'm like, how much is it? He goes, 10 milligrams. I'm like, he goes, in 40 minutes, it's going to kick in. I'm like, I'll try one, right? So I can sleep good. Not that I advocate the use of marijuana. I have used it for pain. It does work, but not my thing, right? And so I took it. Well, I'm talking to my girlfriend on video chat, right? We started talking for about half an hour and it kicked in. She had to go to the bathroom, right? So she left the chat to our video chat to go to the bathroom. I looked at my buddy. I'm like, dude, it hit. He's like looking at his watch. He goes, oh yeah, about time. I couldn't feel my legs. I went out for a smoke with him. I couldn't feel my legs. I'm like, oh, I gotta go to bed. Completely
Put
just
you down,
body
huh?
numb. I was not in any pain whatsoever.
Well, that sounds
But-
pleasant.
Yeah, but
Can't feel anything at all.
Some people get great relief from it. The side effects are a non-starter for some people though. So the thing is there's obvious therapeutic value in it, and but I feel like a lot of people that are proponents of it won't have an honest conversation about it either. Right, 90% of the people here in the States that are getting it for medicinal use are just potheads, and they want access to it, and I get that as well. But
well, do you know? Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Do you know what the number one killer drug is in the world? Number one that's legal?
vegetable oils, seed oils,
Alcohol.
heart disease.
Alcohol.
Sure. Well, nah. More people die from heart disease from obesity and stuff than alcohol. So, I mean, as far as what you consume and how it affects your body, heart disease is more prevalent than cancer from carcinogens and alcohol.
I agree with that too.
But yeah, you're right. As far as an accepted drug with negative effects, it's through the roof.
Yeah, it's the number one legal drug that's destroyed more families than anything.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
But with marijuana, and I can see, like, if you have cancer and stuff, I've heard great things from marijuana because it helps get you eating again, and it has done stuff for cancer cells. Now, if you're a pain sufferer, it's like anything else. It may work for you, it may not.
Yeah, you can look up the Rick Simpson story. He was a Canadian. He made oils for topical use for skin cancer. It's a topic I'm very familiar with, and there's great evidence out there for it.
But then you got the people that just, we want weed legal because whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's legal here in Canada.
I'm surrounded by a bunch of people who's quite fond of it, and they will find any excuse possible, to consume. So
I got a weed store across the street from me, and there's two, I think, down by the mall within a small area. We got 3 or 4 weed stores here.
Like in the town of 2000, Virginia, and they had 5 stores. Insane.
Yeah, but how far is it to the local tobacconist? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have a brick and mortar here.
We don't either. I mean, we have nothing, but we're in the middle of the woods. What would you expect?
They should have a tobacconist shop in the woods right there. See, plain and simple.
I'd be all for it, buddy. A hollowed out stump, and there's a little troll in there that sells you a pouch. Yeah,
there you guys could do that. Open a tobacco shop right there.
If we had the population density to support it, that'd be great. But any niche interest around here, unless you're doing online sales, even restaurants and eateries and stuff around here locally don't do well. It's very sparse population density.
Now, where do you guys live, in Virginia or
West Virginia?
West Virginia?
Yeah, the backwoods step cousin of Virginia. We're like Virginians, but we don't have shoes and doors
or teeth.
Or teeth.
Well, it looks like you guys got teeth, so
so far.
But what I'm saying is, are you guys near Beans?
Yeah, same
316?
state. He's a couple hours north of
State?
us,
Okay.
Yep.
but he does live in one of the more,
Populated areas?
yeah. But I mean, even put it this way, we don't have a single city in the state of more than 50,000 people. So,
Oh, okay.
even the
See, I've never
biggest
been to
cities
West
are
Virginia,
quite
so-
small on the larger scale.
Right. So what's
All
it
right,
like living in
guys.
West Virginia?
That's it for me, man. I got to call it a night. I am tired. Caffeine's
All right,
wearing off.
guys. Thanks for letting me in again. And
Hey, man,
nice
really good
chatting
to
to you.
see you. Really good to see you. You take care. I hope everything works out with your flights, and hope to
hope
see you
so.
back here. Hopefully, you'll join in again. It's great having you.
If I can, I will. No problem.
If you
Like I said,
always welcome back, man. Always. That was a blast.
when I'm doing my lives on Tuesdays or whatever, you guys are more than welcome to stop in and say hi and stuff like that.
I'd
I
love
don't
to
do a
try to
Zoom
catch
thing,
you
but
again. My weekdays are
whatever.
crazy with work and kids and school and stuff, but I'd love to catch
Understandable.
you again on
Like,
there, man.
live on Tuesdays. I'll try to keep that in mind.
Usually Tuesdays, yeah.
Okay.
All right, everybody
From
in
6
chat, thank
to-
you so much for stopping by.
All right,
It
have a
was
good
great
night,
seeing
guys.
everybody. Have a blessed rest of your weekend, and we'll catch